Right. Welcome back to the
Welcome
Adventures of
back to
Onyx. 2 weeks
2
ago,
weeks ago,
3 weeks ago,
3 weeks
a
ago,
little
a
venerable group of criminals had recently been recovering from the recent Boys and Girls Nights Out. Odette, of course, had a situation of finding some family that she didn't expect, and our resident cleric almost got himself killed by gnolls, as it were. But was able to be saved by his allies, including the gnoll that left him behind. Now,
No.
yeah, Slator folks, sorry. And on their way back to the tavern, they find that Marion has been freed from prison by Yvette Lightstone, who's given them a job. They need to rob the National Gem Bank. And we start back up on the next day of this revelation on this episode, Adventures of Onyx. So who wants to start?
Mind if I start?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Alston did not get a whole lot of sleep last night. He spent probably half the night, on and off, just staring straight up at the ceiling. Running through his head, we have to rob the fucking National Gem Bank. And he's questioning his life decisions up to this point now.
So Alston didn't get any sleep. So I'm gonna assume he didn't take a long rest. Or did he?
I'm assuming he did.
Just didn't.
Like he barely got enough rest to constitute a long rest. I know the shit you want to pull. But yeah, his morning is basically just trying to stay conscious enough.
That makes sense. Odette, how was your night of sleep?
Oh, it was just dandy, because, I found out my mom can't even tell me, what the hell's been happening, because she can't even come near me because of a spell on my back. And I have a twin brother, and he wants my dad for reasons. Also, Aggie's been a little bitch. And so all of those factors combined with the gem bank, too. So, she slept, but it was tossing and turning. And a little bit of getting up and, pacing.
My boy Sudol, how did you sleep? Just fine?
You muted.
Just fine.
Oh my god. Alright. So with that, you guys wake up the next morning, and I assume you guys sit down for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
So you see Theron there as he watches you all come down. He looks at Odette and Alston. He's like, "Wow, you guys didn't get much good sleep, did you?"
Alston just stares into his morning drink for a solid 30 seconds before he reacts. What'd you say?
So you didn't sleep. Got it.
No, Aggie was getting on my nerves. And also other things. And you see the cat just fucking stare at Theron, and you know exactly what she fucking wants.
Theron just looks back at the cat with one good red eye, and he says, "Better avert those eyes for I turn into a coat."
I look at Aggie, communicating this, and he just turns around and leaves. Go get some fucking hash browns.
Good. Anyway, that's all right then. Well, that's good to know. So I'm gonna assume that 2/3 of you are out of commission currently. So I'm guessing you don't want to be on the National Gem Bank.
Not at this present moment.
If you want me to do the job today, it'll be loud as hell.
I was saying recon, not do the job.
Recon, do the job. It's the exact same thing.
Theron just kind of stares at you and says,
Olsen, like, he's kind of blinking and has these...
Recon means we scope the place out, we see what's there and stuff like that.
I very quietly.
Yeah. You ever been in a battle before? Yes, Sudol.
Like big battle?
Either one. Just tell me which.
Small battle.
Okay, you know how you size up your enemy before you fight them? Like, kind of like, can I take him? You can kind of see how you can beat him.
Yes.
Basically that. But imagine you trying to rob them instead.
We rob people?
You like give them a once over and you see what their weaknesses are so you can properly utilize them.
Theron just face palms over his one good eye.
Olsen
Do they not
looks over.
Correctly?
Olsen looks over at Sadal. Like, his eyes are kind of halfway bug-like because of how tired he is. Recon, in your terms, or in the Underdark's terms, would basically be mapping out a plan of action. You attack certain parts of the village so that they're crippled and you can steal the most stuff, with the least amount of casualties, in the shortest amount of time. Being that the longer you're inside the enemy village, the more likely that they'll be able to mount a counterattack and kill everyone.
I see.
So
Hold on, he's currently processing everything.
Theron just starts counting, like mentally. He actually brings us starts counting to see how long it's gonna take for it to dig in his head.
Nope, I got it.
For a second. It's actually smarter than Fenrir. Anyway, I would go with you guys, but again, also there's a very bad echo.
I don't hear it now.
I
Or
know.
maybe it's just because
Anyway, so basically you have... You don't hear the music, can you? No, there's no music. I'm checking to... Okay, you muted yourself? Yeah. Okay, you're still lighting up for me, so that's what I was just checking to make sure. So he says, I would go with you, but again, he then motions to his face. Can't exactly be staking out a bank before it gets robbed. Makes me and the order look bad. So I have a friend, but there's someone here who's going with you, and you see this like, and he's like, no. What? No. What? Don't bring her. Bring who? Her. I wasn't thinking her. No.
Yes.
No, I wasn't. No, I'm not bringing you in.
Bring the Neko succubus.
No. Anyway.
Roxy, tell Keith to bring the Neko succubus.
No. You see. No. You see.
I can seduce the people that we're trying to rob.
Please stop.
I can bring the security guard in the back and fuck him.
You got homework to do. Go.
Oh my
guest
god.
Character.
No.
Guest character.
Stop. Okay.
Okay, I'm done. Never mind.
Kidding.
Bend the security guard over the table.
Do not make me be the anti.
Joel, stop!
And we just got demonetized. Anyway.
We were never monetized.
That's the joke. That's the joke.
It's cars.
Monetized.
Anyway, so you see this, who was I thinking of? You see this Lupin sitting in the corner of the bar. He's kind of like, you see that he's tinkering with this what appears to be gun, but it looks weird from an oil pistol. And Theron's like, hey, over here. He's like, oh. And the guy kind of like pokes up. He's like this white furred Lupin. He's looking at you guys. He's like, oh, and he like takes the gun off the table and walks over, still tinkering on it a little bit. He's like, sup? Name's White Fang. And he's like,
was he in the Lupin one shot?
No, he wasn't.
Oh.
What's up? He looks over at Theron. He looks up at Theron. These guys need your help to help stake out a bank, as it were, and I need you to go with them to make sure these two. He points at Odette and Olston. Don't fuck up. Which is the funny thing, because usually I expect the other two to fuck up. Anyway, He's like,
I get an eyebrow twitch when he says that.
Alston's like right eye starts to drift to the right more than normal. And it's like, I am clearly in a sane state of mind. I do not need a babysitter for my job. and as he talks, his eye just like rolls from like one side to the other, like rolls completely around, and then just rolls to the back of his head.
I noticed this, and like I take his drink in his hand, and I put in more booze.
White Fang just looks at this as he watches.
He sips more.
He looks over at Sir Dole and says, "Please tell me you're sane."
Sir Dole takes charge today.
So White Fang just sighs and he says, "I better be getting paid for this. You are getting paid." Good. Thank you very much. Anyway, name is White Fang. As I said, I'm a bit of a gun nut, as it were, he says. And then he kind of twirls around his weapon, which you realize is a revolver. As he said, which you realize is a revolver, as he twirls it around, and he simply looks at you and says, "And this is Bessie."
Also watches the hand trick, the gun trick happen. Damn, I need to learn how to use that.
It takes a bit of skill to learn how to learn how to use. I made this one myself.
Considering I only have like 7 chances to use a spell, being able to cast firearm would be rather handy.
Cast firearm. Oh my god. Well, so what's your guys' name?
My name is Odette Davina. Nice to meet you. She kind of forgot her like social graces for a second when, cause tired.
White Fang. I'm gonna wreck on his accent, but what the fuck ever. White Fang. Nice to meet you. Yes, he has a southern accent. Deal with it.
Yay!
Also speaks up. Alston Folker. And this time his left eye starts acting up.
Oh my god, no!
White Fang just looks at you and says, "Do you need to get hit upside?" He just kind of just walks over and he kind of just smacks him upside the head to see if he fixes it.
He watches.
Oh, medicine!
Watches everyone as Alston blinks his eyes. Everyone can see him like rolling around in his skull like marbles for a little bit.
Oh no!
And then he stops blinking, and his eyes actually look normal now and not bug-eyed. Oh, thank you for that. I was starting to have flashbacks back to the time in the with the spell regiment. My God, those were some sleepless nights.
We have free healthcare, right? Just in case his eye thing gets worse or comes back, rather. Right? Do we have free healthcare?
Theron kind of just takes a drink and he just acts like he didn't hear that as he looks away, sipping it.
We have free healthcare, right?
Hey, Zaggy, you look like you need help over there. I'm gonna go help you right now. And then Theron quickly walks up.
Alston.
And White Fang just sits there. He's like, well then. Y'all are a couple of weird city slickers, if I must say so myself.
My name is...
Sudokara, you dumb fuck.
Not the dumb fuck part.
White Fang just looks at him and he says, and he just raises an eyebrow, and roll insight for me, please.
Can I as well?
Fuck. Yes, you can roll insight.
Okay, where's my stats?
Where'd the dice go? Oh shit.
What are my stats?
Alright.
8.
Oh my god.
Rolled a 4 plus
Decide if we
4.
gotta fight it. Insight, if you want to.
10.
Whoop.
10.
What's happening right now?
5 total.
Keith, you're muted.
Anyway,
Okay,
so I'm shocked that all of you rolled this fucking low, but I'm gonna allow it anyway. You can clearly tell that he understands what your name means, Sudol. He just looks at you and he's like, ah. Do I want to ask how you got the name? Do I want to ask how you got the name? He looks at the dolls. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Yeah, I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask. Well, so you're one of those cut right to the chase kind of guys. Hey, I can work with that. Anyway, but yeah, and he kind of walks back over and he brings over this bag, as it were, and he kind of like just plunks it on the ground, and you hear a jingle. He's like, "Oh, don't mind this, by the way." He says as he opens up and shows you that he has like 10 grenades in there.
Ooh.
Olsen looks in and like, not exactly grubby hand, sticky fingers, but just,
These aren't food.
He closes the bag back up. Most of these are frag grenades. Whatever you do, if you ever get your hands on this bag, don't pull the pin.
if we pull the pin, throw as hard as we can.
If you pull the pin, pray to God that you know how to throw. Yes.
Aggie's like looking into the bag. She's like, "These aren't hash browns."
Oh, cute cat. He says as he proceeds to rub his hand over its head.
She accepts.
Kind of patting it. Anyway, like I said, I'm White Fang as it were, so I'll be working with you guys for today. So, we're scoping out the National Gem Bank. What the fuck for?
Well, we intend to steal from it. I forgot what. Like all the gems, or just a specific one?
Mojo.
Mojo.
Short answer, we have an IOU to a benefactor within the city.
Yeah.
That's new, but okay, got it. I can work with that. All right. Well, I suppose we should just mosey on over, shouldn't we? Also, please, for the love of God, can someone please find music? Because I'm finding jack shit on Vimeo right now.
Oh. I don't know how to use Vimeo.
Alright, SoundCloud it is. Thank you for having that on the recording.
That's all I heard.
Anyway, but it was like, well, it's got on our way. Please. God damn. Give me a second, I have to try and find music with this.
What the hell is... Why did I looked up D&D and there was something like, no.
You know what?
No.
Fuck it, that works. Give me a second.
Did you have safe search turned off by accident?
I've never used Vimeo, so it wasn't for it. It's like twerking.
Fuck!
Fucking nasty, Will.
SoundCloud network. Nope! I put in a SoundCloud link and it tried to play it through YouTube.
Oh my god.
Nigga. Please, just fucking kill me now. YouTube, I'm gonna need you to not fuck with me right now. Please. Fuck. How is YouTube blocking you on SoundCloud? How does that make any sense?
As much as I hate it, do you think we maybe just need to forego like using music for the session, or I don't know.
All right. This is gonna be a dry as fuck session. So let's go with it. I apologize in
Could always-
advance.
This reconnaissance, we gotta be sneaky.
You can always add a layer of music later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, let's go with that. Keith, note to self. Edit this later. Anyway.
And make sure the audio is balanced out with that music, bruv.
What the fuck? When has it not been?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, going back to it, as it were. So you guys head out. White Fang kind of leading the way. And that's when you notice that this Lupin seems to be about 6'5", as it were. He's got this scar over his left eye, and he's got one eye that's blue, the other one that's green. You notice that you notice that he has more weapons on him. Like he has the bag full of grenades, like strapped to his waist. But he's also got this. He also got the revolver like in a holster on his leg, and then he's got this musket on his back, from what it looks like. And finally, he has this sidearm pistol like strapped to his hip. He looks armed to the teeth, as it were.
Ooh. You had me at the heterochromia.
Alston's kind of looking over White Fang a little bit. Weapons of your own design, or did you get them somewhere? What did you do?
This one, he pulls out the pistol. Started with this. Got it from my own teacher, as it were. It's pretty good, actually. I still keep it around for the most part. I don't use it that much. Bessie, I used on my own, or as I call her, he says something in Lupin that none of you can understand.
Alston just kind of just like does the, blink, blink, stare, stare. I didn't understand what the fuck he just said.
He says, "None of you know Lupin. Never mind." And I got a good old Liliana on my back, musket. Been using her for a couple of years, as it were. Though I made this one, though she's got a bit of a special nature to her. He says, as you notice that the musket doesn't reload by putting the ball in. It seems to have like this clip-like thing in it, and he pulls it out, and he shows you that it appears to be like this box-like thing that holds bullets in it, but the bullets look weird. Like the tips are white.
Specialized elemental bullets?
Hollow tip.
Ah.
You have no clue what that means.
Yeah, that's what he says. He says, I don't know what the fuck he just said.
Wait, let me make sure that I know what hollow point actually is before I open my mouth and say this. Give me a second. Okay, so all right. So basically, he says, it's meant to be used against people. When I shoot it, goes on the target, and it expands. So basically, if I hit you with this thing, and he pulls out one of the bullets and lets you have a hold of it.
Alston takes it and looks at it.
Basically, if this thing might be small, but if I hit you with this, you're going to be feeling a lot more pain than usual. For example, he takes one. Kind of he loads the clip in. He loads the clip in. You notice that this musket has a pin to it too. As he pulls the pin back in here, the ching, he aims at what appears to be a dummy, and he fires. And you hear this loud. And what's funny? You don't hear that much noise here. You hear this. You hear this then, as a bullet flies through the air and hits the dummy, and then you hear a ping. As suddenly as he walks over, brings the dummy back, and then he lets you guys look at the hole that he made in it, and you notice that the bullet expanded outward, as if it went inside and then expanded, and then just seemed to rip through the dummy. He says, "Yeah, this is what happens when it gets inside of you." So my advice.
Bow and arrow you got there.
It was a musket.
It's a really long bow.
He just goes with that. He says, basically, if I'm aiming with this thing, make sure to get the fuck out the way.
Alston just kind of points at it. Can you start teaching me how to make and build those?
Oh, sure. Bit rusty myself. I'm not that good, but good.
Your bow.
All I need is the damn cliff notes. You can figure out the rest later.
Yeah, though I want to say, he takes out the hollow points. He's like, I don't know how to make these.
Special order.
Oh yeah, it takes high caliber gunsmith to make shit like this, and I haven't gotten that far yet.
Why is your bow?
It's a gun. It's meant to smoke. Actually, no, it's not smoking. Actually, what's funny is that this bow, you know that some bows like this make a loud noise. This one didn't. Funnily enough, it made a.
Still not smoky though.
Not smoky yet.
Can't even smell the smoke.
Yeah, but I can. What fucking voodoo magic is working on that?
You do notice that his gun seems to have a few runes carved into it. It seems like the frame of the gun seems to be built to be magical in a way.
Magical silencer.
No, there's actually a silencer on it. There's actually this piece of rubber on it, and then there's glyphs carved into the musket, as it were. So yeah, it took me a hell of a time to make this goddamn thing.
I can tell.
I was gonna ask if he could fry an egg on it.
No.
But since it's not smoky, I guess not.
It's still hot.
Dang.
You can still see the glowy stuff on it.
Well, can you try it?
I could cauterize a wound with this. I mean, theoretically, if I fired it off enough, I could cook something with it. It requires me to fire it off a lot, though.
I have heard rumors that you can cook an egg on a street. So
that's actually true. Funnily enough, I went to Lawless one time, did that.
Really?
It's not a dare. It's pretty good, actually.
Huh, alright.
Ate it?
Yeah, I ate it. Anyway, but yeah, he's just sitting there what's I'm looking for. So you guys keep walking for a little while. He says, "So, how'd you guys join up with Onyx?"
What? Sorry.
How'd you guys join up with Onyx?
Oh, one of you guys go ahead first. I'm just gonna.
Olsen kind of puts his hands in his pocket, puts one hand in his pocket as he sips on his to-go cup. He bought this damn thermos. He's gonna be getting all the use he can out of it. Well, a funny story. I'm kind of a desertee of the Phlokian military. To put it simply, my whole regiment was wiped out in a battle, and I'm like one of the few survivors.
So you've been a deserter for... And he kind of just looks down. He looks down at a non-existent thing on his arm. He's like, for 12 years.
At this point, the military stopped fucking caring about me, so I'm fine.
They stopped caring about the veterans from the last war. They're caring about their veterans from this war. What makes them they care about the guy who went AWOL? If they find you, that's just a convenience.
Yeah, if they do, they can nail me on about 10 charges of illegal gambling, embezzlement, false magic item creation, and a handful of other things.
Wait, how was it false magic item?
Saying that a longsword is a +1 magical longsword, when in all actuality it's just really shiny and has a wax coating. When you're gambling, you can get away with a lot when you have a prize pool with a bunch of stuff in it and no one's willing to check it.
So Onyx really saved your ass a lot, I'm guessing. I'm guessing some people found out what you did and decided that they were going to... decided that they were going to protect you in case some guy found out and decided to try and break your kneecaps.
Well, actually, before I got up with Onyx, I did get in one situation where there was an angry gambler over the fake magic sword. Yeah, that guy is currently somewhere, burnt to a crisp.
Can I be honest with you right now? Can I be honest with you right now?
Sure.
If that was me, and I had found out that you had basically swindled a magic item from me, and it wasn't actually one, you wouldn't see me coming.
Yeah, I know. But with a weapon like that, you could hit me from a mile away.
I wouldn't go that far. No weapon can hit. I'm gonna be honest. There is no weapon like this. He points over at the musket. That could hit that far. The best that I've seen were those marksman boys who got their own sniper rifle, and even then, it can't even hit a mile.
I did hear rumors that a certain human named Jethro tried to do a 1 mile shot in battle once.
I'm gonna be honest. He tried to very much compensate for the gravity. It didn't work, Chief. It didn't work.
Well, air currents.
It did not work.
That's what I mean. Like, yeah. So, anywho, but yeah, after one too many close calls with angry gamblers, I just said I'm gonna go with Onyx. Old invitation from like 10 years ago, really, like 5 years ago or something like that. Yeah.
All right. He then looks at Odette and says, he says, well, that's all you know history. And then he looks at Odette and says, I'm guessing you're a wizard too, judging by the similar garb.
Yes, you are correct with that assumption.
Oh, pretty cute wizard at that, he says. He says this blatantly as if with no, like, it's like there's no, like, emotion to it. And he just stated it as if it was a matter of fact as he looks you up and down.
She like stops mid-sentence after he says that. And she blushes a little bit.
You were saying?
She blushes a little bit, but she's like, yes, the reason I joined Onyx was, so I could look for, my father, who'd left me with a little puzzle as to how to find him.
Ah!
Though he's hidden a lot more than that, it seems.
Good old treasure hunt. Good old treasure hunt, right?
Oh, yes.
Says with a bit of a smile on his face.
Behind Odette, Alston's like doing a no.
White Fang's just kind of like cocking his head to the side as he's looking at Alston, and he's like, he kind of just says, "Okay, anyway, so what type of wizards are y'all exactly? Like, are you that newfangled wizard? Are you that newfangled wizard that can damage people just by knowing the names? Onomancer, I want to say.
What Mancer?
Onomancer. You know, they can learn. They can do some damage to you with spells if they learn your real name. They can learn your real name by picking your brain.
I can scare you into embezzling, to liquidating all your assets in the stock market.
How can you do that?
Divination.
Oh, you're one of those future scene boys.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's cool. I assume not that far though, right? You can't see like 10 years into the future or anything, right?
I'm lucky if I can get an hour.
Noted.
A day if I concentrate and meditate for like 10 hours.
Noted. I'll be sure not to bet on black with you.
Nah, I'll save that for later.
He then looks at Odette and says, "And you, we got see future boy. Are you one of those enchantment girls? You know, like kind of like use magic to master people's minds."
I'm a transmuter, actually.
Oh, you changed material.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know the law of equivalent exchange.
Oh my God, yes. Ugh. I've been meaning to meet a transmuter at some point. You have no idea how hard it is to find the right compounds for these fucking things. He says he pulls out, and then he pulls out the revolver. He opens it up, and you see like these bullets, and he's like, "You have no idea how fucking hard it is to make these goddamn bullets." Like I thought, like musket bullets are pretty easy to make apparently, but revolver bullets, jeez.
Oh, so you want me to make them?
Oh no, what I need, what the problem is getting the materials for it. But if you can change materials from one thing to another, heck, that cuts off half the quite the price range for me if you can.
I mean, sure, I can try. So wait, what? Again, what does he want me to just change materials into bullets?
Basically he's like he uses specific material to make bullets. What he wants you to do is he's gonna take like shitty material, like some random ass shit. He'll give it to you. You change it into the material he needs for his bullets. He makes those out of it, so that way it costs less. So that way, basically, he spends less money. Basically, instead of having to buy the right materials and then craft it using that, he buys the shitty ones for a less price, gives them to you. You change them into the right material. He makes bullets with them.
Oh, okay. So, what spell would I have to use for that out of character?
I would say since you're a transmuter, that's just a basic ability that you could probably do for him, like during your downtime. He'd pay you for it too,
Okay.
of course.
All right, I can do
And
that afterward, I suppose. Yeah.
And similarly, Alston can meditate to try to predict what happens in the next hour or so,
Yeah.
depending on.
Yeah.
All right.
And then he looks over at Sir Dole and he's like, "So, listen, boy, how'd you join?"
Should I give the whole?
Give me the short one. Let's go with that for now. We'll go with the long one when we get to know each other better.
Hey, you know what would be a great idea? Hey, you know what would be a great idea? If you had some protection. Maybe like life insurance. Oh, yes. How would that work? I don't know. Maybe.
That's actually the smartest thing I've ever heard. That makes a lot of sense. Funnily, so basically, you joined just for convenience, not because you know you did stupid stuff that would get you killed, and that could possibly get you killed, and because you're going on a something hunt.
I'm naturally stupid, or so.
Who's Moto?
What?
Oh, he looks at the doll and he's like, ah. Note it. I'm not gonna question. I'll go with it. You know what? I heard that. You know what? That's after. Considering the fact that a priest got turned to mush in that church over there, I'm gonna not question that, just in case he was the one that did it. Anyway, so that's you guys had some interesting ways of joining Onyx then in that case.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Did y'all see my meme, by the way?
you guys,
Did you see my meme?
say that again?
Did you see the meme I put in there?
Yes, I did. It looks funny. Oh my god.
His thing crashed?
Yeah, his Discord crashed apparently.
Oh my god, there's a bunch of problems tonight. What was he saying?
I have no clue what he was. He wasn't saying anything, man. His Discord just crashed, as it were.
Oh no, I mean White Fang.
White Fang was saying, well, I ain't got much of a spectacular story like you gents. I just joined because fell in with the wrong crowd and Onyx saved my ass, as it were.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, it's very reasonable when you basically join up with a bunch of mass murdering psychopaths. Before this.
Also reasonable.
Yeah.
There's a story behind that statement, isn't there?
Let's just say that if I ever show my face in Guildland again, I'm gonna get worse than hanged.
You terrorist.
Technically speaking, yes. But in my defense, I had a right to, considering the fact that there were slaves involved.
Me
I believe I know of
too.
your group then.
Yeah, I didn't kill any kids. That wasn't my thing. That wasn't my thing. That was all the other guys. They were all for that. I
Mine
wasn't.
either.
I know. I noped the fuck out.
I can't do kids either.
Go
I
ahead.
get nightmares.
As soon as kids enter the damn equation, multiple people are gonna get slaughtered. Those that put the kids in harm's way, specifically.
Yeah. Let's just say that if I ever see let's just say if I ever see, what the fuck were their names? There was some stupid ass shit. It was an undercommon, funnily enough. If I ever see them again, I will make sure to put a bullet in them. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Yeah, because of that, so needed a new face. So I had to come down here, as it were. And that's my story. Not that interesting, I know. But, hey, it's mine.
Anything really with the Dread Wolves is very interesting to me.
Trust me, it ain't that interesting. It's more sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we are. And you guys arrive at the National Gem Bank of Flokia, of Boston, of Flokia, the Boston branch. And holy shit. So first things first, the first floor of the building. This building's three stories high. The first floor, it has no entrance for you guys. And it's made out of adamantine.
Ooh.
The first floor, its walls are made entirely out of adamantine.
Ah, shit.
So, White Fang notices that and he looks back at you guys and he says, I'm gonna be frank, guys, I can't make an explosive that can blow something like that.
What are you gonna do?
Don't suppose we could.
What about the rest of the building?
The second and third floor seem to be made out of stone, and the second floor is actually where you enter. There's a staircase leading up to it. But what it looks like the first floor is for employees only. And White Fang kind of looks at him, he's like, God damn it.
You see Alston stare at the building for a little bit.
And then you notice that there were snipers on the rooftop too, and he's like, I think that's a no for the aerial approach. Maybe. Or I mean, I'm a pretty good shot, but I don't know how many I can take out in a short period of time.
I don't think that's a risk I'm willing to take to go in from the roof.
Alston?
Maybe.
You see, Alston starts like pointing at certain things, like generally pointing in the direction of the building. Okay. He leans over. He leans out the White Fang. How big of an explosive can you make?
Chief, there is no explosive I can. Chief, I'm gonna be honest. We're trying to take out that entire rooftop. That ain't happening.
We don't need to take out the whole rooftop. We only need to take out part of the building.
I mean, if you
a couple corners, destabilize the whole thing.
I mean, if you can get a bunch of them in like a 15 to 20 foot radius, what these frag grenades can do.
I'm not talking about taking out the guys on the roof. I'm talking about taking out the whole damn building, particularly the front of it.
Are we going loud for this? We could always go quiet.
Thankfully, we're not on a timetable, so going loud is the very last option. But we can use it to cover our escape, though.
True. It's kind of just he says, yeah, let's keep looking around and see what we can find. And you guys keep walking around the building. And that's when you see at the front door, there are 3 guards, but these aren't your normal guards. I'm gonna post a picture of what exactly they are.
What do these guards look like?
Oh.
They bustin'.
Oh. It's like a fucking bionicle.
Whitefang just kind of like just blinks at that and he says, "Oh, you gotta be fucking with me right now."
It is.
Also, just looking around the street a little bit.
Car! What the hell? Oh, again! Ah.
What?
No.
What?
Anyway, so did you see the picture of what they are?
Yes, we got it.
So
They're huge.
he-
They're like bionicle villains.
He just looks at it. He's like, Alston, I'm not seeing things right. Like those are Earth elementals, right? Yeah, well, kind of.
How does a unnatural 20 sound?
They are Earth elemental myrmidons. They are Earth elementals that were put inside a suit of plate armor.
Unless you have a pitcher of infinite water and like 10 years worth of patience, we're not going to be able to handle them.
Well, hey, I'm just saying maybe I can make an explosive that can blow those guys up.
If you get between their plate metal and their themselves and their armor.
Oh no, the plate makes it 1,000 times easier. Because when rock gets superheated, you know the whole thing. Like with rocket superheated, the plate armor is basically like a way that helps. If I light that thing up, it'll melt whatever's inside of them.
So, how?
Well, the first floor has no windows on it. It is literally a base of adamantine. The second floor, there's a staircase leading up to the second floor where the main entrance is, and there are windows literally littered all over the second and third floor, with snipers up on the rooftops.
Could I
The back of it,
the
back of it, there is a back entrance, as it were, and there appear to be there's two Earth elemental myrmidons, but there's three dwarven guards with them as well. So they kind of seem like the controllers of them, as they're kind of just like pointing at them to go in a certain direction, and they go over there.
Who's allowed to go through the?
Go through where? The back entrance. From what it looks, you can't really tell. Assuming that this place is what you think, assuming how this place works, you'd assume maybe some higher-ranking officials. But until you actually ask somebody, you don't know for sure. That's just your guess.
Who's allowed in the front door?
Anyone?
Can I go through the front door?
Yep.
Okay. What do I see now?
You guys follow Sidol into the front door.
Yes.
You guys head inside, and you see this lavish, just bank foyer, as it were, with gems inside the walls, and it's sparkling with light right now. Whitefang just kind of looks around and says, "This is what the rich do with all their money. They literally put it on the walls. I should judge them, but I can't really fault them, you know." It's like it's just so rich people sounding that you wouldn't be surprised by it.
It's called big dick money. Olsen says as he looks
Better
around.
than wiping their butt with it.
Well, I would think wiping a butt with gems would be pretty bad. It'd be like wiping a butt with a porcupine.
I think they'd probably prefer
Yes. Very unresourceful.
the most expensive trees to use for toilet paper, like mahogany or something like that. Or
that's if the Druids don't claw their eyes out. Damn, those Druids get really mad when you cut down their trees.
I was in a surface city one time and I saw a druid protest, and by God, they were rabid.
A druid protest.
Noted. Alright. And you guys, you notice that there are bank tellers all over, like, the other side of this, and you notice that you notice that anyone who deals in money in here, deals in gems, as it were. It appears that it's basically like these people have so much money that they can't use coins anymore to. It's kind of like how, okay, gonna metagame this slightly, but you know how in the real world we had the gold standard for a little while, and how like we couldn't measure money through the actual bills, we had to measure it through how much gold you had. Basically, imagine that, but it's a gem standard. Their money economy is they're so rich that they can no longer base their money economy off how many coins they have. It's based off how many gems they have at this point.
Dang.
And Sodol kind of like, I mean, not Sodol, and Whitefang kind of notes, and he's like, Jesus goddamn Christ, how much money do these people be making?
Enough to need a static currency like gems to do their business with.
Ugh. Good.
Okay, looking around the inside here, what's the setup like?
Alright. So you immediately notice there are guards on both sides of the wall. Like you spot like 4 guards on each side of the wall. Each one seems to be fitted out in full plate armor with like gold with like gems embedded in it, because they got to make them look good and everything. And when you notice that, Whitefang kind of says, "That's a real dumb thing to do."
What is?
What? Well, you don't put. The one rule with armor is you don't make sockets for stuff in it, because if you do, there's less metal in that place, which means it's easier to bend at that point. So basically, say I wanted to shoot one of these guys, and I wanted to aim somewhere that would probably do a lot of damage. Aim for the gem. There's less. The socket for it has less metal in it as a result. So the lining between what would be them and the lining between the armor and them is much less there.
Austin, so go for somewhere down here, referring to the cockpiece as likely embezzled also.
Don't do that to a man. Just kill him. Don't aim for the junk. Just kill him, man.
We can't enjoy their suffering while we're doing a bank heist, unfortunately, Austin.
Sadly, I'll get. He doesn't say this out loud, but he thinks to himself. Sadly, sadism is an easy charge to put onto criminals.
Oof.
So my friend kind of says, but yeah. So basically, damn, you guys could use guns, it'd be great, but none of you can. Well, not my guns, anyway.
Olsen looks at him like he could start training us.
Chief, out of character. That requires 1 class in gunsmith in order for you to be able to use his guns. Because quite literally, they will automatically misfire if you try to shoot them. But yeah, he says, it's gonna take a bit. Anyway, but hey, I'm pretty sure that we could use like some bows and stuff like that, or your spells could work. Or this guy could just hit him with his. What weapon did he use? His fist. He just looks at him. He looks at his great sword. He says, "Yeah, that'll cave in their chest." Anyway, the guy just keeps looking around. But the annoying. But even if we dispatch the guards. I mean, and you guys keep looking around, and that's when you notice that there's a staircase leading out, like on your side, but there's a staircase leading down on their side.
Am I allowed to go to the staircase leading down?
No, it's on the bank teller's side. And
Go on the 2nd floor.
all right, technically speaking, 3rd floor, but yeah, I'll go with that. So you head up, as it were. What? So you head up to the 3rd floor, and that's when you discover that what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, this appears to be a place where it's like the waiting room, as it were. They make you walk up the stairs to wait. And there's guards scattered around through here, but there's much less people, actually, as a result. I mean, there's much less guards here as a result, since they have less to worry about. And Whitefang's like, they actually make them walk up the stairs to wait, to walk right back down the stairs, talk to the bank teller. What the fuck? The fuck is this?
Probably security reason. Rich.
You're on the 3rd floor. You entered on the 2nd. The 1st floor is closed off to anyone that's not authorized. And that's where you notice that every single guard in this entire... every single employee of this bank is a dwarf.
Hmm.
And White Fang kind of looks and he says, well, there goes the idea of sneaking you in, he says, looking down at Alston.
Alston just doesn't say anything. He just looks up at White Fang because he knows anything he says in retort is going to get him thrown out at this point.
Wouldn't that mean he'd blend in?
Well, no, because they only let dwarves in, and he doesn't look like a dwarf. He's got too big of a head for that. He says his emotions out of his head, and then his body doesn't have the right proportions for a dwarf.
Oh, he's a halfling.
No, he's a gnome.
Oh.
Wait, what's his hair color real quickly? I can make a really good anime joke at this point. Oh, I don't even have his hair defined.
I was assuming that he had brown hair.
Yeah, he does. I was about to say... Actually, brown hair. But there's this weird, like... electric blue streak in it. Yeah. And I can barely grow a beard worth any shit.
Well, you're a gnome. You're not meant to grow a beard. I don't think. Heck, technically speaking, none of y'all grow beards, he says, looking at all 3 of you.
Yeah. But, there's no way I could use my disguise kit on Alston to make him look like a dwarf.
Well, I mean, if you pass him off as a really deformed dwarf, maybe. But then we'd have to get him a job here. And I don't think you have I don't think you have that many references, do you? Unless you make the shit up.
We are con artists.
It could go one of 2 ways. Either A, I can bullshit myself a story for the last 12 years, and basically, go with that, or let the con artists do their magic and let me make a fake persona and everything for me. I'll even go as far as making a fake family and the like. Make a deep cover.
I could try and do that. We do have a while until we plan to.
Yeah. It makes emotion, like, looking around here, they'll probably do deep background checks. So we need to make sure everything is solid and airtight.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Says he looks around. And then kind of just sits, and then you guys kind of like sit around for a bit, kind of like listening to the outward conversations, and you hear some of the people talking. It's like, oh, did you hear that? Man, this establishment has so many problems. I wish I could talk to the owner about this. Owner? What are you talking about? We can't even talk to him in general because you never know when he comes. The only guy who knew about that, from what I hear, was that guy Slator. The guy who disappeared like 3 years ago. Oh yeah. Locked up tight in his manor for some reason. White Fang hears that and he's like, hey, y'all know anything about a guy named Slator? Roll.
Moral history.
Roll with advantage for me.
Oh, okay.
Roll everyone.
Oh wait, no. 2d20.
At 20 hoss.
That's a 22. 22.
So all y'all realize at the same time that Corey visited the Slater Manor, as it were, and she solved the puzzle that was keeping it locked up.
Oh.
Which means that you guys have free entry in and out, technically speaking.
Alright.
And from what I hear, and then you hear more is like, from what I hear, the boss is the only one who knows how to get into the actual vault. What? Not even the employees know? No. It's like they lock it off from everybody except for him. What kind of fucking bank has it where only the boss can open it up? White Fang asks you guys, he's like, as he kind of like just raises an eyebrow.
One that's really, really paranoid.
Some trust issues, yes. Oh, 1 second. Here we go.
That's weird, as it were, but okay. I guess there's a way in, technically speaking. In that case, well, I guess if we find out who the boss is, we could probably try and actually, I wonder if the boss's guards are dwarves too. If they're not, then there's a way in.
Possibly. I doubt that they'd want regular humanoid guards, considering their setup.
Yeah, that's true, as it were. Oh my god. Well, the Slater place sounds pretty interesting. Though thinking about it, you'd probably want, because I assume there's more of you boyos, so maybe it'd be a good idea if more of them showed up to help you guys out.
Definitely. Maybe we should seek out the Slater person first, and then find out more about the owner.
Yeah. From what I hear, he kind of keeps listening on. He says, "Eesh, from what I hear, Slater's Manor is a pretty weird place. People that don't go into it don't leave."
We might need to stake it out and see how it's set up.
Slightly yawning. Oh, works for me.
Me as well.
All right, well, that's that over. He says as he begins to leave the bank. Oh, this place is gonna be a death trap. He mutters as he's walking out.
Don't I know it?
Oh, we're gonna be completely fine, Alston says sarcastically.
I'm like patting.
White Fang has
I'm
to.
patting White Fang on the shoulder.
Who? Alston?
No, I'm patting White Fang on the shoulder.
Oh, he kind of takes a double take at Alston's where he's like, "Oh, you're being sarcastic."
Well, I say that sarcastically because the last time I went to a manor, I wound up in a fight club and had my back broken in half and twisted like a pretzel.
No.
I'm sorry, what?
I remember that. He handled it like a champ.
How are you still walking?
He's a tough cookie.
He's very tough.
Apparently, 8 hours of uninterrupted rest can really mend your body and clerical magic.
It's those gods, I tell you. They know some weird shit.
Also, it might have helped that one of the clerics jammed a flexibles, like a multi-jointed steel rod into my back. Maybe.
White Fang.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm done.
White Fang, I just have to give you a warning now that the particular cleric in our group is a little bit eccentric. So if he tries to push his god on you, you just promptly turn him down. And I'm like patting him again, and I'm like as a real warning.
Ah! Okay. Not a religious type, but noted. Yeah.
Good. She likes that even more.
Yeah, I put my faith in my bullets and in my brain. And when that fails, well, I have a lot of bullets.
Boom, boom.
Fan
Boom.
fan the hammer, as I like to say. Whatever you do, never fan the hammer, he says, after laughing for a little bit.
Why's that?
He kind of waits until you guys are a little bit far away, and then he immediately takes out his revolver, and you see him pull the trigger and immediately slam his hand down on what appears to be a cock on the back. I just realized what that sounded like as he cocks it back.
Hammer.
Fuck. Thank you. Hammer. Shut up. Hammer. And then he appears to There's gonna be so much. There's gonna be so much fucking editing for this. I swear to God. Anyway, he appears to. The hammer seems to press forward. He slams it back down, and you see him fire off what appear to be about 5 shots before you hear a click. He's like, "Yeah, that's what I expected to happen. That's why." And then he shows you the gun, and you notice that the bullet got jammed in between the cylinder and between the cylinder that holds the bullet and the actual barrel itself. That's why you don't fan the hammer often.
Noted.
Yeah, and then he proceeds to take out some tinkers, so he starts working. And it's like, that's why I don't do this that often. Anyway, but yeah. So you guys arrive at Slater's manor, as it were, and it looks completely dilapidated. For those who don't know what dilapidated means, completely run down.
I know it. Yeah.
Run down as hell.
Oh, fuck yeah. The door is shut.
Ooh. Could I roll investigation to see, like, if there's any evidence of anyone, like, coming in the area recently?
Roll investigation.
Okay.
I break through the window.
Sir. 7. Fuck.
Well, Corey came through here.
I mean, yeah.
That appears to be the most recent person that came through here.
There's pieces of red fur.
You're in the foyer of the manor, and it looks completely and utterly run down.
Nothing of interest.
Something feels off in this place as you immediately realize that, you know what? So, just a quick question: the voices of the dolls, are they constantly in your head and the like?
Always, man.
They are gone. In this instance, it is just you in your head.
Boo.
I don't smile, but I look very mildly interested.
Nature. Mojo across the room. Fuck you.
You guys aren't in the manor to see this. He just trucks across the foyer.
And he doesn't come back?
Oh, shit.
It's a happy day. Oh, happy day.
So yeah, so Elson, you're looking through the door and you're seeing Sodol just singing and clapping as he threw a doll across the foyer.
Did I see
Alston
this
says.
too?
Yeah, you fall up behind Alson and see this too, Odette.
Alston says in Gnomish, "Dear God, the lizard folk has gone mad."
What are you so excited about?
Nothing. We're continuing.
I'm just
And
severe doubt.
that's when you also notice that Alston and Odette, you feel a constant like you know how you guys kind of like feel due to your connection to magic, you kind of feel the weave around you, and you can feel its strands always in the air that you can pluck at any moment in order to cast magic.
Yeah.
It's gone.
There's
Magic
no
is-
here.
You feel no magical presence. You can't even like Alston. You try to snap your fingers to cast like prestidigitation. Nothing.
So, is it throughout the entire house that it's dead magic?
I based a lot of this off of Dishonored. Anyway.
Alston is. You see him, Odette. You see him like snap his fingers, and he's like saying like firebolt. Death ray. Like he's just spattering off spells to see if he can fire them off.
White Fang's looking down at his musket, and its glow is gone, and he's like, he looks up at you guys, and he's like, I suggest
I don't like this.
we get the fuck out. Maybe.
Can we? Can we get
White
out?
Fang's like, look, I'm gonna be on it, except 40. He's like, and you hear this. He steps on something. He's like, he looks down. You notice that there's a bunch of holes in the fucking floor too. Like this used to be like a wooden house, and there's just holes. Actually, no, it's a stone house, and there are blocks of earth just missing in the ground. And he picks up what appears to be this picture, and you see what appears to be this man sitting in the picture, and you notice that next to his name actually no, above his head is the name Slator, as it were, and you notice that there's more figures in the picture, but all of them are kind of like what appear to be scratched out, as it were.
Mm.
I didn't sign up for this, Chief.
I think this means he was a hit victim.
Who goes there in my manor? You hear echoing throughout the place.
Ah, shit, he's a ghost.
Is that's you, Doris? Did you finally come back to give me back my gold? I always knew that you were a cheapskate who would give me what I needed in the end. Well, don't just stand there. Come here. And you just hear clanking somewhere in the distance.
Okay, I'm gonna go get him.
So and there's this fence in the way, and you see this what appears to be this dwarf sitting on the other side, that seems to be working on something in particular. He seems to be banging this hammer against this random block of stone, and he's like, and he looks back at you, and he looks completely disheveled, as if like his face is looks like his hair is unkempt. He looks like he's got like these glazed over eyes. He looks over, he's like, Doris, is that you?
No.
I know you're messing with me, Doris. He doesn't seem to recognize you at all. He just keeps saying this name as if it's actually you, and you get the feeling that he's not fully there.
What are
so
you
is he like
here?
blind? Yeah.
No, he's not blind. He's looking dead at you with normal eyes. It's just that for some reason he really seems to think that you're Doris. And if any of you talk to him, he responds to you as if you were Doris for some reason. It's like he can't differentiate that there's different people there.
Huh. So, Slater, how much gold did you say I owed you?
You know the amount. You owe me 17,000 gold. You goddamn. Kind of like just stares down. And he's kind of like, and he looks up. He's like, "Oh, Doris, you're here." And White Fang's just like, "I don't think he's fully there, Chief."
I don't think any of us are fully here.
Do you think if we offer him that much, he'll be at peace or something?
That's not a ghost, by the way. This is an actual person.
Oh, well, shit, I don't know then.
Olsen leans over to Odette and White Fang. I think I've heard cases of dwarves going senile in their old age, like they develop memory issues and can't think straight. I think this might be one of those cases.
Yeah.
So
like his the way his mind functions isn't normal anymore, and it's just discombobulated.
Yeah, that's an understatement to say the least, I'm gonna say. And then he's like, well, don't just stand there. Make sure you get me my... And then it seems to be this click, and suddenly everything stops. Including Slater, as it were.
Oh shit.
And you see this this red and black cloaked figure.
Oh, really?
This red and black cloaked figure needs to be looking.
Stop in time.
It's not stopping time, actually. It's only that everything around you is frozen. Time is still going as normal.
At this time of year.
Yes. And this red and black cloaked figure seems to be standing on seems to be just sitting in like one of the seems to be sitting in one of the chairs in the corner. He's like, well, I'm pretty sure. And he kind of like looks at Slater and he's like, Onyx doesn't go well with people.
Is this who I think it is?
No.
At this time of year,
Damn.
this part of the country, local lines were entirely within that manor.
He kind of looks at Slater and says, "This is, well,
Yes.
you know what they say, when you look into the abyss, it looks back, and when a mind can't handle it, it snaps." Oh, I'm his subconscious. He points over at Slater.
Why do you need us?
To fix his head.
See? How?
Well, I was thinking of pulling back his. I was thinking of just pulling away his memories like a string, and I throw you guys in there. There was an option. Though you're a bit undermanned. He says, looking at the three of you, four of you.
That's kind of an understatement.
Nah, I'm good. And then suddenly Mojo gets thrown right back at you. And hits you in the face. And lands in your bag.
God damn it.
Might need that. Yeah.
Do not.
Also, the psionic. Few of Slater's friends decided that it was a smart idea to pull some psionic shit in here. I'm gonna be frank. Didn't go well. I think one of them went mentally insane. The other one turned into that. He looks over at Slater. The other one's still kicking around as normal, though has no idea what he did. Oh, and and some other guy. Get about him. Might be because I can't get in his head over it. He says, motioning to Slater.
Olsen, like, as soon as Psionics is brought up, he just, like, looks at him, like, confused but knowing exactly what he's talking about. Psionics.
Yeah, some gray dwarves decided to mess with some psionic shit in here, along with a few other friends. I think one of them looked like you. Just pointing at Odette. It's like 3 years ago.
I'm sorry, I blanked. What happened?
He said it happened 3 years ago, and he said one of them looked like you. He pointed at Odette.
This day gets getting weirder and weirder.
No. You've met Odan?
Who? He
looks like a diver.
he actively cannot recall anything. He's like, I'm gonna say yes. No. Look, everything's getting great. Everything's getting foggy up in here. I've been here for the past 3 years, and I've had nothing to do. Nothing to do but listen to this guy ramble on. He says, kind of like pushing Slater over. Gallus looks at the four of you and says, "Oh, you need the information that Slater has. Yeah, I can do that."
Oh, alright then.
Yeah. So you'll be going through his head in a way, I want to say. You'll be seeing what he saw. And so it's going to be... I'll say this right now. This ain't that Realm of Dream shit, so you're not fucking around with anything in his head. You're going to go in, you're going to see what he saw, and you're going to get the fuck out. Understood?
Yeah, I won't touch anything.
Yeah, but one noticeable difference that you're gonna fuck around with is you're gonna stop him from walking into the room. You guys can all you want, but you stop him.
So we get the free access into his head like a library.
Mm-hmm.
But we gotta make sure he stays in here.
Make sure that he doesn't go into a room when the big shindig goes down.
Bitch!
What? He simply says that won't be how it actually went down, but he won't know that. It'll be like I locked a memory in a box for him. Of course, he'll go back to normal and he'll wonder who the fuck all you guys are, but
I'll be right back. Hold on one second.
Alright. We'll just take a quick break here. Yep. So guys, so we had a quick little break, but talking over it, we're just gonna pause the recording here for now. We'll continue next time. I hope you've enjoyed this short little episode of Adventures of Onyx, but hey, maybe we'll be longer next time. We'll see you guys next time. Bye for now. Alright, back on this episode of Adventures of Onyx. Last time, the group decided to investigate the Slator Manor, as it were, and that episode will probably be spliced into this one for reasons that you'll see eventually. Anyway, so, starting up, our intrepid group of criminals, not adventurers, had gone into the Regis Slater house, discovering that it was an anti-magic home, as it were, as no magical artifact, magical presence seems to be working in this place. And now they discovered that the subconscious of Regis Slater, a dwarf, appears to be asking them to go through Slater's memory of the day that the event that broke him occurred, and fix his head, as it were. And that's where we're starting back up. So, are you guys ready to delve into the mind of a madman?
Why can I never get rid of Seneschal?
Are you ready to delve into the mind of a madman and see as madness gazes back at you?
I mean, technically, is that
Ready as I'll ever be, I suppose.
I mean, it can't be much
Yes.
for myself.
All right. So suddenly, the subconscious seems to clap his hands together, and then he clap his hands together, and he opens it. And he opens it outward, and you see suddenly these cards of memories just open up right in front of him. And then he throws them all outward as the entire room is filled with memories of Slater's life. And they're all rotating around your group. And no response?
Sorry, I was distracted.
We're going down. We'll be there in like literally 60 seconds.
So basically, did you guys see what I said? The description, I mean?
That
What
they're
were you saying with memories?
So basically, he clasps his hands together, he opens them, and you see these cards of memories. He throws them outward, and the entire room is filled with a spiraling tower of Slater's memories, rotating around all of you as suddenly the house falls apart, and you find yourself in this large white void.
That is cool.
And then one of the tiles seems to come down, and it blocks your view of the subconscious as this big mirror appears, and you see that it's Slater's house, and it's titled 982, the day madness broke.
oh boy. This is gonna be fun.
White Fang kind of looks at it and he's like, "Well, I do say so myself. This is a crazy motherfucking incident."
Yes, and this might be one of the few times I'll step into someone's conscience.
Same. White Fang kind of walks up and he puts his hand on the kind of like glass/mirror, and suddenly he falls through, but you don't see him on the other side as he goes. "Ah!" As the image of the house gets distorted, but then like water, but then goes back to normal.
I follow him through the mirror.
Alston?
Alston's just gonna like inch forward slightly, and then just simply jump straight in because this ain't gonna be fun dragging this out.
Surdol.
So Car's way by now. But let's just assume that Surdol got kicked in by the subconscious.
Right.
And then you guys suddenly find yourselves falling. And falling. You see you're falling from the great sky above, and you see you're about to fall into a mountain. And you phase through. And suddenly you're in Boston, and you're still falling, mind you. And then suddenly, right before you hit the ground, you'll stop like an inch from it.
Ooh.
And White Fang kind of inches out to the ground, and when he touches it, I'll let you fall on your faces. Ow, that hurt.
Oh.
Anyone else feels like something broke there? Or is it just
That's gonna leave a mark, yeah.
How you doing, Alston?
Well, he... Actually, real quick, I gotta make a constitution check.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Because he just went from going, what is it, 3.32.2? Yeah, Mach 3.
To stopping, and then hitting the ground.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. There's gonna be nausea involved.
I'm gonna be... Okay. You succeeded that save.
Alright. Okay.
You barely succeeded it, though. Here's a DC 10.
Alright. Well, first off, Alston just sort of props himself up off the ground and just he's trying to hold back his whatever his breakfast, whatever you would consider his breakfast.
Ooh.
For a split second, and just slowly gets up.
My thing's getting up too. It falls back on his ass again. Give me a second. I gotta remember what gravity was real quick.
I go to help him up.
He takes your hand and pulls himself up.
Alston, you see Alston, he's trying to keep his gut down.
He kind of pats Alston on the head. I know you're feeling.
Yes.
Alright, let's... And he looks over at... And you guys look over at the manor, and it's completely built. As it were.
Ooh.
Like it's completely normal. It looks very nice, too, in its built state.
Kinda wish I would have been able to rob this place.
Same. And suddenly, you guys hear a snap, and you see this black portal open up, and out walks 3 people in black cloaks.
Oh.
They all remove their hoods, and you recognize one of them immediately as Theron. But it's him when he had both of his eyes and his face wasn't burned. He's like, oh, this is the place. Yeah, this looks completely shit. Do you have anything nice to say about anything? And the person says as he pulls off his hood, and you notice it's this brown-skinned man who appears to be playing with cards, as it were. Do you have anything nice to say about dwarves? No. Ugh. You're so rude. And the brown-skinned man turns out to be human as well. And Theron looks at him and says, I didn't ask for your opinion, Armand. I asked you to teleport us all here. Whatever. And the last man removes his hood, and you realize that it's a 19-year-old Odan, as he's just looking around. This is the place. Alright. And then he walks forward. And then he walks forward a bit, and he's like, he looks back at the two of them, and he's like, well, I don't need you anymore. Yeah. Let us know when you're ready to go. Theron just turns around with his hands in his cloak and starts walking towards the city. I thought dark elves weren't allowed here. Does it look like I give a shit?
Alston actually laughs.
Armand just sighs. He's lucky he's hot, and then follows him.
What? Yes, I support.
And Odan seems to fix up his You notice that he appears to be wearing like this dress, like this kind of dressed up outfit underneath his black clothes. Like, God, I hate this. And he starts walking towards the manor.
I'm like so drawn to him, and I'm like following him.
Funnily enough, he looks a lot more clean 3 years ago than he does now. Like now he looks a lot more unhinged. Like his hair is disheveled and everything. But now he looks like a proper Asimir, as it were.
What changed?
He walks up and then he knocks on the door before quietly waiting. And the door opens and you see Regis Slator, but again, looking clean-shaven and completely normal, he's like, "Odan, come here!" And you see Odan get pulled into this bear hug by this door. He's like, "Nice to see you too, Slater. Would you mind letting me go?" "Oh, yeah. Sorry there, buddy." Ugh. You know I hate when people touch me. Too bad. Get in here! And you see him, Odan, basically get dragged to the manor. And when you walk in, you see there appears to be an entity in a brown cloak that seems to be sitting in the foyer. There's a female dwarf that's sitting across from him, and then you notice that Zaggy's there. 3 years younger, though.
Alston has interest is currently peaked now.
But you notice that his eyes are completely white and glazed over.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Odan walks over to Zaggy and seems to just kind of just tap him on the head a bit, and he says, I guess that mind control of yours really does work then. He says, looking at the brown cloaked figure. And you just hear a like this sound of it sounds very squishy and watery erupting from the individual as they're talking to Odan. And Odan just kind of blinks and says, "Okay."
Oh damn. Can I tell what language that is?
Oh, this sounds like nothing you have ever heard before in your life.
Okay.
You can't speak the squish.
I can't speak squish.
And Odan kind of looks around and says, "Is anyone else gonna show up? It's just gonna be us." I think that someone else is supposed to be showing up, but eh. And then Odan kind of looks at the brown cloaked figure and says, "Alright, so what do you want?" And you just hear this, and you just hear that squishy sound again as it continues talking to Odan and all of them, and they seem to understand him. And Odan seems to be having reactions of rolling his eyes here and there. Is anyone else getting a disgusting feeling from this? Like White Fang says he hears this.
Very. Wait. Oh wait. I do have comprehend languages. Can I cast it on the memory?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So yeah, I cast it.
Alright.
It's first level.
It's a ritual spell, mind you, so you didn't spend a spell slot for it.
How long does that take?
The memory seems to pause as you cast it, and then it turns back on once the ritual's done.
Oh, okay. Nice.
You're in anti-magic. You were in the house, and you're now inside his head. And then you hear this, and then you hear his voice as he says, So let me get this right exactly. You'd like for me and my associates to help you gain a piece in this little group that's building up around Onyx called It's called Onyx, Odan says, kind of just leaning against a wall. Ah, yes. And you'd like me to do this because, well, my leader thinks they might be useful in the future, or some version of them anyway, and we want to make sure we keep a piece of it. Your leader being... I'm not going to say his name because he's going to kill me for that. And I can just say this, though. I would recommend not being in Heijan for the next 2 years, I give or take. Understood, then. But this seems a little strange, if you ask me. Not many will seek out my kind for this. You all seem to be wanting to... Most of you don't know who we are. The only ones who do is that little dark elf friend of yours that brought you here. And how would... You read my mind. It's not that hard. It's not like you mystics can exactly hide it. He kind of just glares at the brown-cloaked figure and he's like, Stay out of my head. I will do as I please. If I wish to eat your mind, I'll do it as well. Unless you'd like to shut your mouth right now. And Odan seems to be silent at that as he just says, and then the figure continues to speak. I can do that, but I offer another solution at the same time. How about I'll give you an inn for Onyx, but we keep another group around. My servants, as it were, to make sure that in case Onyx grows too much to control, we can reach out and break them at any time. This sounds more complicated than it's worth. And so does that mean you'd not like the help then? Nope. If you want to, go right ahead. Fucking asshole. Very well then. And then he kind of snaps. He snaps his fingers in a way, and you see these gray dwarves just come out of the shadows, appearing as if they had cast an invisibility spell. And he says, and Oden kind of looks around and says, "Gray dwarves. Man, you guys really live up to your name, don't you? You guys really live up to what they say you did, huh? Well, servants are servants, and you'll find them quite useful. And anyone else that we can get our hands on while we stay here in the Endeavor. I'll take your word for it." And then he looks over at the woman dwarf and says, "Are you cool with this?" "Of course. As long as Onyx keeps their dirty little hands out of the National Gym Bank, I won't have anything to worry about at all." And Slater seems to be looking between all of them just weirdly. And Odan seems to just look over and kind of give a bit of a weird smile, like, don't worry about it. And then Slater's like, "Alright, well, I'm gonna go get some drinks. You guys have fun." And then he walks off into the kitchen. And Whitefang watches him go and says, "So is that the cue to stop him from being in here memory-wise, or...?"
Possibly.
I got it. If you guys want, anyway.
Yeah.
Says he takes out a pistol and and grabs it by the barrel, going into the kitchen. What?
Olsen will follow behind with a what is it?
I think I have a quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna be looking at my brother reluctantly while they're doing that.
Huh?
Are we walking into the kitchen?
They appear to be walking in with weapons that will club, so that way they can knock him out.
Oh. Well, then I just walk in.
Alright. So you guys walk into the kitchen. You see Slater looking for drinks. He's like, where'd I put those things? Ugh, what the hell did old Dan get me into? That kid better not be doing any more trouble. It's bad enough I gotta deal with his mother of all people. Ugh. He seems to be digging through stuff, and Whitefang looks over at Olsen and says, "You want to do the honors?"
Oh, he looks at his quarterstaff. Why the hell not? It's not like there's gonna be another fastball special going south again.
True.
Olsen will go up behind the individual looking for drinks and strike out his vulnerable parts, or whatever causes most pain.
Roll to hit with advantage. Oh my god, why you gotta hit him there, man? God damn.
Oh, you said disadvantage?
Roll to hit with advantage, because he doesn't see you coming.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Sneak
no.
kill.
Oh no.
14 to hit.
Oh down. Man, that's a car squeal. How'd you do that?
I'm that good. Anyway. And he falls to the ground. Just knock the fuck out.
think he's a little bit more than knocked out. I think he's in a coma right now. Pain, I just sent him in.
Oh my gosh.
Go.
Wow. I see you are strong with your arm, huh?
Olsen looks over at White Fang. You know, like, okay, what do we do now?
Shadol said something there.
Oh shit, no, it's good, Pete.
Oh my fucking god. Alright.
Well, you muted, so I can't hear him.
I can barely hear him through Sen's mic.
White Thing says, I guess we go back and watch the magic show.
Alright.
So you guys walk back into the living room, and you see that that Odan seems to be now using what appears to be psionics to kind of like mess with Zaggy's mind as he starts as he appears to be peeling back the layers of his mind. He says, "Ugh, ah, God, why do I have to be the one to look through this? If I'm going to be doing what you need, you're going to open up the way for me. I hate this." He says, he's like, I just see that he's just kind of like warping through Zaggy's mind in a way, kind of like, it's, ugh. And he seems to like, there seems to be enough like purple psionic energy around Zaggy, and he's like, all right, way's open, have fun. I'm gonna go. I want to bleach my eyes right now. And the black cloaked figure seems to walk up to Zaggy and put a hand on his head. And you just hear Zaggy guys, and then there's just like that purple psionic energy starts turning just completely gray, and starts sucking back into Zaggy as this thing seems to put its hand on his head and squeeze as hard as it can, and it appears and you realize that. And as it and then when you take a look at its hands, you see that they're more tentacle in nature a bit, and the black and the energy from this psionic messing with seems to get stronger and stronger until it sends out a burst of energy that kind of knocks Odan and the woman back a bit, and knocks the figure's cloak off, and you see this thing emerging from underneath the cloak.
Oh boy.
Alright, slave.
Oh shit.
And you guys have no clue what the fuck this thing is.
Oh shit.
And White Fang's like, what the fuck is that?
Wait, we don't know what a mind flare is?
None of you know what a mind flayer is. You don't even know that thing's a mind flayer.
In character, we don't.
In character, you don't.
Dang.
Oh shit.
It's creepy.
White Fang seems tempted to just unload every bullet he has into it, but he know it won't work.
Please do not make me mad.
Its face is freaking me.
And it seems to speak in its own language as it seems to say, "You will obey. You will serve me until the end of your days." And you see Zaggy like grinning, like, and he says, "You won't even know it. You will always, every memory, every thought, everything you hear will return to me." And then he looks at Odan and he says, "Close it back up." And Odan's like, I'm not getting. I said, close it. Fine. And Odan seems to walk up, and he adds his own psionic energy to the mix, and you see that the power is getting even worse as the two are kind of mixing together. And Odan seems to be physically recoiling from a bit, but he's being forced to continue as his own mind's starting to be invaded by this thing. And
no.
And as he closes up the mind of Zaggy, there's suddenly this explosion of psionic energy as all of them are knocked back. And you hear, "Oh, I told you to close it properly," he says. This thing says, glaring at Odan. And Odan seems to be like on the ground at first, like with his head back, as there's just silence coming from him at first. And then he suddenly starts moving again, like picking himself back up, and he's like, voices in my head. What did you? And he seems to growl as he seems to be holding his head, and he says, as he seems to be hearing things, and he's kind of like holding his head in a way, and he's just like, Trin, what were you? And then he seems to have, and then you notice that his eyes are purple now as he opens them back up, and he says, Odette, you know.
Oh fuck.
And then he sort of just stands up all the way, as he says, as he looks at this thing, and he says, What did you do to me? I opened your mind to the potential inside of you.
Wait, what did he say after my name?
He said, what did you do to me? And he was saying that to this thing.
Okay.
And Odan seems to growl, and he says, you stay out of my head. I told you and there seems to be this blast of energy from the Mind Flayers. It just seems to knock Odan back against a wall. You serve me now. Is that understood? You owe me. I don't. And then you see this tentacled hand grab his face and pick him up. And he says, You serve me. And he seems to squeeze down on his head. And you can hear the sound of what it seems to be bones cracking for a moment. And there's this burst of psionic energy as Odan knocks him back. He says,
Oh man.
As he growls at him, he says, I don't serve you, I work with you. And that's the end of that. And he barks, and he begins to stumble towards the door, and he opens it up, and he says, You got what you wanted, I get what I wanted. That clear? Very well. You've got your own Onyx, and I got what I needed. And then Odan seems to leave, like just stumbles out the door, and it shuts behind him, and the Mind Flayer seems to look at Zaggy as the memory starts falling apart, because in Slater's mind this never happened. And he's like, and he just says, soon night falls on Boston. And the memory just shatters into pieces as you guys are falling through an endless void again.
Also screams, oh shit.
And suddenly you all land on the floor in Slater's home. Okay.
There's gotta be an easier way to do that!
Fuck you! He says, looking around for the subconscious, but the subconscious guy's not there. He's like, oh, motherfucker!
Alston's just looking straight up as he's laying on the ground.
No, Clark! Ah!
Ah!
No slapping. It's more like
A thud. And then White Fang's like, so what the fuck did I just see? Does someone want to explain that to me?
The guy who got messed up by that thing, that was my brother.
You have some weird family. But to be honest, that's not the weirdest I've ever
Don't
seen.
I know it?
And then he seems to sit up. And that's when you notice that Slater seems to be sitting against a wall. He's kind of shaking his head, and he's like, huh? What the hell happened to my house? As he stands up looking around.
Can he see us?
Yes, he sees you. He's like, what the hell are you doing in my house?
Alston shouts, we just fixed your head. Ah!
Did what? He has no idea. He has no idea what you're talking about.
Fixed head. Wait, hold on a moment.
Miss me?
I look down with displeasement. Oh, we saved the day.
I'm sorry, what is this?
We saved the day.
Yeah. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Hooray. And Slater, you probably don't even know.
Slater has no clue what the hell you're talking about. And roll Arcana for me, Odette and Alston. No, because you're an idiot, so you probably wouldn't know this.
Want me to roll also?
Yeah, I said Alston and Odette roll.
Ah, dang it! I got a 9.
It's enough to know.
It's really not.
The dice are not in my favor.
15.
Alright, Alston, you realize that because that one memory fragment was destroyed, basically the next 3 years of memories for Slater are basically gone. Like, he has no memory of what happened basically from the point that you knocked him out onward.
Oh shit.
Ah, shit, we just complicated this even more. Also says still lying on the ground. Oh.
What
Okay.
I lift Alston to
Slate.
his feet.
White Fang helps Odette up.
Oh.
Okay, Slater.
Huh?
Okay, listen. You do not remember 3 cloaked, hooded individuals coming into your place 3 years ago.
Well, not cloaked. I remember this weird brown cloaked guy being there. I remember this deep gnome being there. I remember Elena, the girl who owns the National Gem Bank, being there. Oh, Dan was there. Yeah, oh, Dan. He seems to have a smile on his face when he brings him up. Ah, good kid. Bit weird, but yeah, good kid.
You. Okay.
I was getting drinks. I don't remember anything else after that. I wake up here. Back, what the hell happened to my house is what I want to know.
You went insane.
Wait,
is what happened.
Hold up, you said 3 years?
Yes.
Sure, you've been in a coma for 3 years.
No, he went insane is what he did. He went into an insane coma to be exact,
How did I
probably.
go insane?
Weird.
White Fang seems to poke his head out and says, Saw some trippy psionic shit that broke his mind?
Maybe O'Dan did it? Maybe O'Dan when he was opening up your head?
That would make
Open up his head? Looking over at White Fang?
Maybe? Dude, I ain't a mage. That's not my forte. I just came up with a random idea.
Odette?
Yes? What?
think-
Sorry.
You think Slater, our buddy Slater here's mind broke because he saw something O'Dan revealed to him mentally?
That might be true. I could imagine anything that he saw from Zaggy would have probably broken him. That or whatever that creature was that hurt him too. The weird tentacles and like...
Yeah, that... I think I might throw up at that. White Fang seems to put up a finger. He's like, nope, I'm good. I'm good. Looks like something that crawled out of the Underdark, if you ask me.
Yeah. I look to, Slater, and I'm like... That thing with the strange tongue. Like the, that very odd-sounding language. Do you know what he is?
He's actually...
Yeah?
He can't... he can't seem to remember a thing, as it were, because from what you realize, he never saw the thing with its hood off because from his point of view, he was knocked out.
Never mind. So, now that his head is fixed... Wait, are we in the normal house now, or are we outside of the memories?
You're in the manor while it's run down. So basically, you're back to the real world, where 3 years of where the house was run down for 3 years.
And the guy who helped us out is not here?
Nope. Slater's subconscious is gone.
So what should we do now?
Didn't we come in here for a reason? White Fang said, looking over at him. Is there something we needed to know? Steal what exactly?
Oh, no. I got it. Let me roll history.
No, he needs the D20. He needs the D20. He needs the D20. The 20-sided die. There you go. What'd you roll? Alright.
Because we need his knowledge to get into the vault of Elena's gem.
You guys are rubbing the... Who the fuck are you?
We're the people who help.
We're, agents from Onyx.
Onyx? That little startup gang? The fuck? And then White Fang's like, start up my ass.
Alston kind of looks at Slater. In the last 3 years, they've grown into a national organization, dude.
It's prospered quite a bit.
Really? You know, I thought that thing would fall apart. Ugh. Wait, hold up. He seems to get out of thinking, wait, Odin's a part of that, isn't he? I could have sworn that he was a part of it.
Well, no. In fact, I'd only just recently met him.
Met him?
And his sister.
He looks at you kind of, he says, yeah, I see the resemblance, but I only knew his bitch mother, really. Oh, pardon my language.
The feeling is somewhat mutual.
Yeah, I swear, the amount of Wait, what'd you say your name was?
Odette?
Oh, you're the girl she had me spying on. Okay.
Excuse me?
Alston quickly gets between Odette and Slater. Okay, please don't do anything stupid. Either one of you.
I just want to know.
White Fang just kind of like holds out his revolver to Odette and he says, "Think you'll need this?"
I need to hear what he has to say first as to why.
I mean nothing of it. I was quite literally paid to keep tabs on a random dad and his little girl. That's it. For the past how many years has it been since how many years has it been since 982? Oh, so it's
what year is it?
985. Jesus. Okay. Yeah. Since 982, from 982 back like 19 years, I want to say I kept tabs on them.
And so, it wasn't my mother who paid you to spy on me?
Yeah. I was to make sure any local. Basically, I had my own mercenaries in a way. Like, I guess they're gone now, and I paid them to rough people up that I needed to. And she wanted me to make sure that any Boston officials that tried to say kick you out of your house or mess with you in a way didn't.
So she is confused, but she also seems like slightly touched at that notion that her mom actually does care. But then she like thinks again, why the fuck is there a giant mark on my back? And then do you know about my mark then?
Mark? He seems very.
I take off my cloak and I show him my back.
Jesus, I didn't know it was that easy. Whitefang seems to comment. Austin, you hear this?
What Whitefang?
Whitefang seems to murmur, like only for Austin to hear. Dang, I didn't think it was that easy.
Bitch.
He just looks between the two.
Like, just my back, though. I didn't show him, like, my whole damn...
I know. He's still making the joke anyway.
Oh my god.
So he's like, no.
Are you lying to me?
No.
Just remember, I do have the opportunity to shoot someone with a gun for the first time, and it is a tantalizing proposal. So if you are lying to me, it's not the wisest decision.
Austin still standing between the two. He turns to Slater. Please don't fucking antagonize her.
Okay. All I know is that it's. I guess I know that's an Asmodeus thing. Devils. I don't fucking know. It's weird that since you guys are considered angels, but I'm not gonna shame somebody. I don't fuck. Steel. Only can be broken with on the pack maker's death. There are other ways, but I don't fucking know what they were.
Stop. I return it to Whitefang.
Ah, Whitefang seems kind of just disappointed as he takes the revolver back.
You were watching over me the entire time.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, but yeah.
You never once figured that I was related to Odan?
To be honest, no. I never got to look at you. My mercenaries did, and besides, Odan was the only guy I knew because he's how I met. He was the liaisons for your mother, as it were. The only time I got to see her was when she came to threaten me herself. Anyway, you mentioned Odan. How is he? He says as he stands up, kind of looking over the entire rundown manor.
Looking for my father, same as me. And he tried to kill me last time.
What was your father's name again? I know I have it written down somewhere, but I'm just checking to make sure.
Devrus.
Devrus?
Devrus.
Wait, Devrus?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
I haven't seen him in about 5 years. He ran away to do something or sent me out.
Slater's slowly getting his memories back, and he realizes that because he went missing 2 years before he went insane. So he kind of remembers that vividly.
Do you know where he went?
Last I heard, he went looking for a library that was trying to that he was trying to fix whatever the hell that thing is on your back, because the only other way to fix it would be to put a bullet in the head of the person who made the deal. So what you're saying is, I'm saying kill the son of a bitch who made the first pact in the first place. So does that mean the devil's side or the mortal side? Mortal side! Oh! I think seems to look over at Odette. Hey, who made the deal to put that mark on your back?
My mom.
There goes that idea. Never mind. Just shut up.
I don't care if it takes my mother dying, but
Yeesh.
I wish I could have known beforehand.
Yeesh. Slater seems to kind of scratch the back of his neck. Some family there. Alright. But yeah, that's what he disappeared for.
Whoops out $2.
Anyway, that's all I know at this point. So, yeah, and then Whitefang says, hold up. You know when Alana visits the banks, right? Yeah, it's usually when I go on a date with her. Dude, you've been missing like 3 years of those, so we're gonna need those dates. Excuse me?
Yes.
Oh yes, that.
Excuse me? What exactly are you talking? And then Whitefang seems to kick Slater down on the ground and puts the revolver barrel against his forehead and says, "Give me the damn dates! That's all I want. I've had enough of going through your head. I'm tempted to paint it on the ground right now. Just give me the fucking dates. All right.
Alston speaks up. I think we should probably give him a couple more details about this damn situation we find ourselves in and why we're here.
Yeah, why the fuck are you here? Well, we can't. And then wait, things like any of y'all want to say? I'll just keep pointing the revolver at his head. That'll make it.
Did we not come for the specific purpose of the dates, or?
Context is what he needs.
Yeah. Can I explain?
Go ahead.
Sure.
He says, still pointing the gun at his forehead.
And Alston looks at White Fang first. At least back up a couple of feet. Come on.
And then he backs up.
I mean, it's not gonna affect how the bullet hits him, but...
Alright, Slater. Just to give you some context here. First off, Onyx is Onyx has grown into a national organization spreading all across Phlokia. I'm just gonna say that and let that sit in him for a moment.
Yeah, I got that. That surprising, but whatever. Stupid.
Now,
play stupid game, win stupid prizes, apparently.
Now, one of our patrons managed to pull some strings and spring one of our teammates from prison.
So you fucked up. You got help.
And now, said patron wants us to rob the National Gem Bank.
Oh, you guys are fucked.
And you're gonna fucking help us.
I'm sorry, what?
We fixed your head, you gotta help us.
Hold up. I never asked for you to fix my head. As things go, I think that, and then you hear the revolver get cocked, and he says, "I will fan this fucking hammer as hard as I can. Do not tempt me." Okay.
We fixed your head. Now, we need some things from you.
What do you want from me?
Oh, I need you to start going back, start dating the president of the gem bank again.
Okay.
And basically gather as much fucking intel for us as you can, because guess what? When you're in bed with the president, you can get a lot of info.
Slater slowly nods as White Fang's still keeping revolving. You can tell he's getting an itchy trigger finger as he's just like as his finger keeps grazing against the trigger as he's glaring at this dwarf, really wanting to put a bullet in him.
White Fang.
Yeah, fine. He puts the revolver away.
Okay. Also, I got Fireball in my somewhere in my spellbook anyway.
Please don't burn down my house.
Oh, well, I wasn't going to say that. I was more I would have no problem taking you outside and burning you, because this is actually a rather nice house, a nice reno project for me. Also says, like, looking around.
You guys are fucking crazy. White Fang's like, White Fang, and then White Fang comments, that is literally the motto of Onyx at this fucking point.
But you understanding what I'm saying here?
Yep, I got it. All right, so dating Ilna again. Got it. Yep, definitely.
And don't forget though, start piping us information so we can start this heist.
Got it.
Alston looks at Slater, and he looks him over. What's the state of his clothes right now?
Disheveled as fuck. His beard is unkept, and you know that in dwarven culture you're supposed to keep your beard nice and clean, and his hair is just fucking matted as if it's gone through 3 years of not being washed.
We're gonna have to fix you up.
Warefang looks over at Olsen and says, "I don't think there's any help for this man."
Yes, there is.
I'm a girl. I can fix this.
Oh my god, I can fix this. Most accurate statement ever.
I was just thinking about dunking him in a vat of water mixed with lye soap. You You know, bust out all the germs and dirt real good.
Hold up.
But if we are going to give him a bath, I'm sure we shouldn't do it in his house.
Hold
seeing
up.
as
I can clean myself. I just need a couple of days, maybe some time to fix this place up as much as I can. Jesus.
Well, your bank account should be in good order still.
Hopefully.
How much do you remember there being in there, by chance?
I think I had about 50 million gems in there. My friend kind of just starts coughing. I'm sorry. I thought I had 50 million gems. That's what I said. Oh! Jesus. Oh my god, I'm letting go of so much money just by working for this group. White Fang says face palming.
Alston is looking at Slater. Quick question. Alston just ask out loud. He's asking this out loud. What's the denomination for gems? What does that represent in like gold pieces?
That's 50 million platinum pieces.
holy shit.
For reference, by the way,
Mentally,
that's not even. But by the way, for reference, that's not even a tenth of what Flokia spends.
You see Alston? His legs are like real. His lips are pursed, and like he's just opening and closing them. In the back of his head, he's thinking, "Oh my stars! We should just simply interrogate him for his bank account codes, numbers alone."
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's thinking mentally right now.
Right.
Thank you for that bit of information. Anything else you can think of at all?
Thank you. Wait, what?
Was that sorry?
I forget. Oh, he said thank you to, Slater.
And Slater nods and says, "You're welcome. Now, can you please get out of what's left of my house?"
I head out.
I'm gonna addendum that. Alright. White Fang seems to follow. Jesus fucking Christ.
Alston's just looking at Slater. Still.
Let it go, man. Let it go. Think about how much money you're making for Onyx. Future Conscious says to you.
He doesn't say this out loud, but he certainly is talking to his conscience. If I can actually get keep enough gold around to actually keep a gambling going.
Mm-hmm.
As he says this with 0 gold in his pouch.
Oof. Olsen, you coming? White Fang peeks in. Same with you, doll man.
I like you too,
Thumbs
Sheree.
up and just box. Stuffing all the dolls, hopefully Mojo 2, in the bag.
Oh.
Why don't you keep them company? They're starting to get annoying.
Alston looks at White Fang and then briefly back at Slater. Back at White Fang. I'm coming, and he just shuffles out of the room.
Slater kind of sits up and dusts himself up and says, "What the hell have I gotten myself into?" And I'm guessing should all you follow?
Mm-hmm. Look at the thing you
I
wrote.
stuffed the mojo thing in, said that the rest are getting annoying, keep them company, and walked.
Alright. As you guys are outside, you shut the door, you see a flash. Well, not a flash. You see like this. You see this white. You see this white ethereal version of what appears to be Odan, and you notice that he appears to be working. He seems to be using psionic magic on the door. It seems like this is a past event, and you realize that he's putting the lock that's on the door, the puzzle that was built to keep Slater locked in his own house.
I look confused.
2 years. That's all the time I have to wait. Should I be doing this? This will work. I know it will. Will it go wrong? No. I know what I'm doing. Doing what exactly? And he appears to be like just holding his head, and he says, "What will I do? Do now. I look for her. Yes, what was her name? I know the name. It's my name. It's my name, but different. It's different. It's debt. Oh, debt. That's what it was. Yes. I know what it is. I can look for her. She won't be hard to find. Her trail should be easy to find, and when I find her, I can learn answers. Maybe I can ask Theron. No, Theron's dead, along with the rest of them, and I'll be dead too if I don't must find her. And then he proceeds to walk off, like as he's talking to himself. And you seem to notice that this is before he was able to get his mental state mostly in check compared to when you met him last.
And she's just like looking at him sadly. I don't have the answers either.
Only Odette can see this, correct?
No, all of you are seeing this. Everyone. Oh, I'm cut out. Give me a second. Everyone can see this.
Alston's eyed as like teacups or tea plates at this point.
Bro.
He looks over at Odette. Your brother really needed a lot of mental health help.
You
wish I
have
could
a
have been there
really
for him
interesting
instead of my
life.
mother. I didn't know it was this so interesting until I got here. Most of it was quite literally happening right behind my back.
You'd be surprised what occurs behind your back.
I want to help him, but I don't know if he'll accept it.
Sometimes that's the greatest challenge. Is trying to show people that they.
Yeah.
You should help him.
I know, I definitely want to. Whether or not he'll accept it, it's a whole other story. We should... Is that where we're going next, or?
White Thing kind of perks up and he says, "Are we not gonna? So can we just go over what we saw in there, just to be quick? I just want to get our bases covered. So we're clear. We know the guy that's trying to help us, had a part to play in what happened in there. Looked less like a pasty pizza back then, for one. Whenever the hell that happened. Let's see what else. Our fucking boss apparently had his mind messed with like 3 years ago. We not gonna talk about that? We just gonna glaze over that fact, or did I miss something here?"
You're right, we should probably say something to Zaggy.
So we gotta be careful about that.
Oh yeah, that might break him too. It might not be for the
How about
best.
we worry about the gem first and Zaki later?
At the same time, it was brought up. Don't as long as Onyx doesn't hit the gem bank, things are peachy. I believe, as I heard. I think I heard that in there.
Yeah.
Plus, and I'm only spitballing here, but we talked about hitting the gem bank in front of him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. And that thing that was in there, the ugly Cthulhu-looking motherfucker. Let's be clear. He hears what he hears. He gets what he gets, right? I'm not mistaken here, right? I'm not fucking going crazy, right?
Fuck.
I don't know. Would I know that?
I just fucked up.
Oh well. We really need to go.
I say we go blow his brains out. How's that sound? Does anyone else agree with that? I say yeah.
It won't help anything. He's already seen it, hasn't he?
Well, yeah. So how will we stop any more leaks?
We need him to do the thing, though, with the woman, the president or whatever.
Not Slater, Zaggy.
Oh, Zaggy.
Your
Oh,
boss.
You're right.
Zaggy's the one dating the president
No,
of the gem bank?
Zaggy's the one whose mind is linked to the thing you saw. He was the one that's mind they were messing with.
Oh, shit.
So you're telling me.
If we take out Zaggy, then we'll be marked as traitors.
Indeed.
And yeah.
So what the fuck are you suggesting? Our boss is literally one. Well, subconsciously he's one. However the fuck that works.
Maybe we can get Odan to undo it.
How the fuck are we supposed to find him? Looks like from what I saw, he went to Loopy Town.
He's looking for some.
He was a lot more sound when I saw him last. It's probably
Yes,
not
he is.
perfect, but
We can parade Odette around, and I'm sure he will come.
I don't know where he'd be hiding, but I can try and find him. No one has locate object, right? Out of character.
I'm pretty sure that's a higher level spell that you guys don't have access to.
See.
Let me see.
No, I got it.
Let me do a quick Google.
Oh no, but second level. Holy shit! All right, it's a divination.
Oh really?
Spell. It's a divination spell.
Well, I don't have it. I don't think. Here, hold up.
How much gold do you have?
Well, you right. Hold up.
My way to Taco Bell.
Okay, so no, I don't have it. But how much gold do I have? I have.
Well,
444.
Well, for reference, by the way, you do have a divination wizard with you.
Good question. Do you say that out loud for Olsen to hear?
No. I'm saying this out of character.
Like how much?
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
When you hear a divination wizard.
He looks over at Odette. I can fuck with the cards as much as I want during the day, and fuck with the odds at the night. So yes.
I like the sound of that.
What do you need?
Need locate object on his cloak.
Well then, give me a couple hours for me to go find a spell and copy it down to the library.
Done.
Also, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
White Fang, man, this is more open to everyone. White Fang.
Yeah?
The thing, that squid face thing, as you say, quote unquote, the Cthulian motherfucker.
You want to figure out what it is?
Yeah. Research.
Maybe. Well, maybe people from the Underdark would know. I mean, it seems to be controlling Grey Dwarves, so if anyone from the Underdark knows, that'd be an idea.
Well then, then someone's gonna have to go talk to Theron.
Oh
I
yay!
can talk to him.
Oh yay! Pizza face.
I look at him and it kind of just like, really?
What? Half his face is literally a melted pizza!
That's not
I would be.
white thing.
Well, careful about what you say around him.
Oh look, if the bastard wants to skewer me, he can go ahead and try. To be honest, to be honest.
Okay.
Wait, was it you before who said pasty pizza too about my brother?
No, he was saying pasty pizza about Theron.
Okay.
Both times.
God dang. How can you be pasty if you're a dark elf?
Well, he meant pasty as in texture-wise. Keep that in mind. Alright, so you're going to the library. You're going to talk to Theron. What are we gonna do? Unless you guys want me to keep an eye out over on the gem bank, see if anything changes.
That might be useful.
Alright, and what about him? Points to Sir Dole.
You can come with me if you'd like to talk to Theron.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys are gonna... Alright, so you guys split off into your own groups and into your respective areas. Come here for a second.
What's up? How's Scruffy?
Well, she hasn't bothered me in the last, like, hour or so.
That's good.
Ever since we started, so...
Actually, I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if my mom's home. I'm just gonna check on her.
Okay.
Alright, since Roxy's gone, we're gonna do Alston real quick.
Alright.
Alright, Alston, my boy, you're heading over to Dexpear City.
Mm-hmm.
With this revelation that your boss is being mind warped by this Cthulian motherfucker, as White Fang like to put it. And that shit has gone from weird to mega weird in the past few days, and the past 3 weeks actually.
Yeah. On the outside, as Alston's walking through the streets and just doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
He just looks completely normal. He just kind of looks like a normal rock gnome wizard. On the inside, you know that SpongeBob meme where it's all the mini SpongeBobs running around his brain.
With everything on fire? Yeah.
That's the situation in his head right now.
Understandable.
He's... Okay, the first thing, psionic adventures through someone else's head. That's okay. Now that motherfucking squid faces are involved, well, things just changed.
Roll deception to see if you can hide it from everyone you pass by.
Shit. Let me see. Let me check my deception. Oh, it's a +1.
Let's see what you got. What'd we roll? Oh, not one.
I was about to say if I could ask for advantage by popping up his Onyx coat. collar, but never mind.
Yeah, there's no saving you there, my friend. So no, everyone can tell that you're screaming internally right now. Just, ah, is all that's playing through your head right now, and it's visible on your face.
Okay.
Everyone seems to steer clear of you, kinda.
He just kind of tries to do like a polite like thank you gesture, but it's gonna come off as completely wrong, so he's just gonna keep moving.
Yep.
So, and he's kind of, and mentally right now he's trying to figure out what to do about Zaggy right now.
Well, what does Alston think should be done with Zaggy?
Part of him thinks that Zaggy needs to be isolated from everyone else, and that the gem bank robbery needs to be called off for the time being. Because the caper's been blown twice, in a way, and that kind of needs to be more treated like a Long Kong deal now, with whomever at the top needing to be disposed of, and his lackeys, such and such, as you go down the pipe.
Makes sense.
Thus destabilizing the whole situation and opening up for various other heists that could also occur. Ones that are arguably more safer investments of our time and energy.
Yeah, that's true.
Another part of Olsen saying, you can just simply cut out of town and no one would be the wiser where you are for a few days. Maybe he's thinking to himself, maybe there's a ship that's heading to that little island with all the weird bird people you can hang out at for a little while? Wait for all this to blow over? He has his Order of Magi membership, so he can probably go do some work for them.
Right.
But at the same time, Boston Floki is his place, so he's gotta keep it safe. So
You so fucked. You so real fucked.
is that his conscience talking?
No, that's just Zaggy. I mean, that's Zaggy. That's just Alston, like, just like realization of you so fucked. You so real fucked.
Don't do Jar Jar. That's nasty.
That's kind of a mix between Jar Jar and Mickey Mouse. I'm gonna be honest there.
Or, and this comes across his head. Or, I can fake my death again and hide underground for a little while.
Hide underground from one of the most powerful criminal organizations in Flokia.
That's already underground.
Matter go to a neighboring country and wait for all this to blow over for a little while.
Oh, let's see. You have Suncheon. You got Ocheon. That's always a nice place. Pirates Bay, as it were. Oh wait, that got annihilated by a tsunami. Oh, what else is there? Oh, there's Heijan. Oh wait, that's Spell Plague Central. Oh, there's Cecilia up north. Oh wait, nope. Cults up there might sacrifice you to an altar. Oh, out east. Oh, that's Lalis, who hates Flokians. Oh hey, what about this? Oh hey, there's Shinovar, where the man you hate most is.
And slavery.
Not slavery.
By the way, what year is it currently?
It's 985.
Any upstart Miglia. Upstarts. Not sure what to do with them.
And the place that you've heard has been kicking out anyone that's a non-Dragonborn in certain places. Looks like all your options have you foobarred.
Or I can say fucking actually go to the Underdark. That could be interesting. I can sell myself as a sex slave to a matron, he says, so he thinks quietly to himself.
You arrive at Dexter Library as soon as you hear that. As soon as you think this. And Karks is sitting, and you notice that Karks is sitting up on one of the go-go's, and he says, "Austin."
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty
Clearly,
good.
the panic-ridden. As the kobold sees Alston, he sees all the panic on his face.
Yeesh. What's wrong with you?
Alston just looks up and blinks at him, trying to think of like an answer to this whole thing. Can I say within the last my turned to a shit show?
Oh, you mean Monday? Got it.
Oh yeah, this is fucking Monday too. Why did I agree to work in here? Why?
Well, what you need?
The locate object spell. Kinda need it.
Oh, hey! Seems to shout inside the tower. You have that locate object spell? Row L, column 3, row 4. Thank you. Yeah, we have it.
And also, while I'm doing that, can someone set aside any and all books you have on Cthulhu that won't make me go?
How insane are we talking?
What happened?
How insane are we talking here?
Austin, not shouting this to everyone around here,
Alright.
please.
He drops down.
Okay, alright. You think I've officially gone insane?
No, I'm asking, how insane are we talking? Because I can get you Cthulhu books that could snap your mind in two. I can get you books that only give you like a mild sensation that someone's watching you and stuff like that. So how insane are we talking?
Let's start off safe and just paranoia.
Alright, I can do that.
Anything pertaining to Cthulhu-like humanoids, please.
He kind of looks over at him and he says, What the fuck have you been looking into?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Alright. I'll make sure to do it. Alright, book again. Okay. Section C, row 1, everything on the third row. Yeah.
Okay.
If it's got a binding of human skin, don't read it.
And as soon as if I try reaching for it and it starts screaming bloody murder,
run.
Okay.
He's got a joke and he stops just don't worry, don't run. It'll only chase you.
Also does a double take. What?
Cook just clearly messing with you as he's laughing.
Okay. Just real quickly. Real quick. Also, if there's anything called the Necronomicon, I should avoid that also, correct?
Unless you want to have a really fun time adventuring through the far realm, I'd recommend it. Actually, no, wait, my copy got taken from me. Shit.
Why?
My Order of Magi came through and took it.
Of course.
Yeah. It was just teleporting away all my customers anyway and sending them to the far realm.
Alright. Austin just simply shrugs, and he goes to get the locate object spell and copy that down.
Have fun. You spend the next 2 hours doing that. And we're going... You mind if we transition over to Odette and Sidola, as it were?
Yeah. Just a brief note. As soon as he's done copying it, he's going to study fucking Cthulhu.
Roll history with advantage for me. Well, no, roll nature with advantage for me. Alright.
Alright.
Sadol, Odette, it is now your turn. Get your ass up, Car! Go fuck yourself! Hey, you weak cunt!
Okay.
Fucking little nappy ass hair having cunt! What the fuck are you talking about? What the
Shit, I forgot what we were supposed to ask.
You're gonna go talk to Theron about what the fuck that Cthulhu looking bitch was. As
Oh, yeah.
as White Fang called it. You're talking to pasty face pizza. Nat 20. Roll a natural 24. Nice. Alright, so you guys walk into the bar, and again, and you see that it's kind of died down. Theron just kind of like hanging out by himself. And you see, and for a moment, you're about to go call out to him, and you see a flash, and you realize that it's an overlay of Theron and Armin hanging out at the bar, and they're both kind of just sitting there, like just drinking. And then Odan comes bursting in, and he's like, "We need to go. Go where? What? You already done with your little playdate? Let's just go back to the lich whatever thing that we serve." Theron kind of looks at him and says, "You all right there?" "I'm fine. Find a portal back to Heijan. Heijan is where we're going, right? Right the way." And Theron kind of just stands up, kind of just looks at him and says, "Okay, whatever. I'm too tired to deal with crazy at this moment." Says he stands up. "All right, let's go." And he grabs Odan by the collar and drags him along. And then the memory fades, as it were.
So, are we experiencing post-memory disorder?
I think, well, that sounds about right to me, as it were. Delving into someone's head did open up. Delving into someone's head into a house filled with psionic energy. Yeah, that would make it to where you start delving into memories that are connected to it in a way, like a chain of memories, kind of. Chains of memories. It's always nice to watch those things just snap, you know?
Ha ha ha.
You used to laugh at my jokes.
I
don't remember laughing.
You don't remember them at all, cause no. Alright, never mind.
No, it's good, keep going.
Nah, he just stopped talking.
I look to Theron. Is he okay? Like, in like modern times now?
What do you mean modern times? Like, what do you
Well,
mean,
I mean,
okay?
right now, does he look okay?
He looks the same as ever, just missing his hat, just missing his eye, and having a burned face. It's the usual for him.
Aw, pizza face. So I go up to him. Theron, I need to ask you some questions.
He looks over and says, "Alright, what do I know?"
We went to Slator's house, and
How'd that go?
it was strange, to say the least, and in one of the memories we saw this strange creature, this, like, it looked sort of like Cthulhu-ish.
It's a squid person.
Like a squid person. Or an octopus person, better.
Theron's one good eye just widens as he looks at the two of you, like his eye darts between the two of you and says, and then he just shuts both of you up with a finger and he says, "Outside, now."
Okay.
I obey.
Barry here?
Harry? No, who's back home?
What are you doing here, Gabe?
Hey, Gabe. Anyway.
Unless you want my cheese things.
You guys walk outside, and you guys feel suddenly that you can't move.
Shit.
and you realize that you realize that his hands just seems like it's clutching something. You just see magic just flowing from his hand as he's holding both of you in place.
Oh God.
And he turns around and he says, "Okay. First of all, how the fuck do you know what that thing is? How the fuck do you know what a mind flayer is?"
We just saw it in the memory, or at least what happened after we knocked out Slator.
What? You see that you've noticed that now he starts squeezing more, and you start feeling yourself start going compact. He's just glaring now. He's like, answers now. 10 seconds. He's squeezing more and more as this moment. You feel yourselves being actually crushed.
I'm not really
the mind flare, whatever you were calling it.
These are in our memories, that Slater memories things. It was for some sort of ritual.
He opens his hand back up.
The mind flare guy, he came in and he was messing with Zaggy's memories, and he told Odan to close it back up for him.
He opened his hand back up. Son of a bitch, so that's why he's mad. Son of a bitch, so that's why he went mad, he says, looking off to the left. Huh. I thought he just went crazy in general.
What the hell was all that for towards
he's
us?
Not crazy now.
He's then let you both go. Sorry. Bad experience with mind flayers. Don't ask.
Mm-hmm.
He does seem to have a weird
I had to make sure both of you weren't like being controlled by them. Now, what was that about?
Why would I do that?
Because both of you. Well, actually, no. They turned you into a slave.
I already have a host.
They haven't thought about it. Thinks about it. Well, they eat your brain. Well, they turned you into a slave. He points at Sudol, and then he points at Oden and says, and then they'd eat your brain.
They'd have to rip it out of his hands, I guess. At least I have brain insurance.
Trust me, these things are nothing like what you've experienced before.
I'm sure you're correct.
I could barely take it myself.
So, what exactly... Did you not know this mind flare?
I don't know them personally. I've killed thousands of them in my years. And I've been around for like a century and 3 decades.
We saw you there with Armand.
Oh wait, no, you walked away, didn't you?
And then you walked away. Why were you there?
I brought Odan to his little playdate. I didn't know where. Oh, that's right. We did go to Slater's Manor a few years ago. Huh? Forgot about that.
And that's why he went crazy, because he came in contact with the mind flayer's psionic power.
That explains a lot.
It actually makes me feel kind of bad for him now.
I don't feel bad for the son of a bitch. He still tried to leave me for dead. Anyway, but yeah, as it were, yes, that's how we would have met. If he met a mind flayer, that would explain basically why he went insane and why he's so powerful with psionics now. But yeah, mind flayers are this race of things that exist in the Underdark. The Drow, the Durgar, we don't like to mess with them. They're why the Durgar exist in the first place. They made some dwarves dig too deep, and they took them as slaves, from what I heard. The fact that there's one here is a whole shit-tastic event.
Sorry, I was distracted.
Yeah, that's fine. And he says, if a mind flayer shows up, it ain't just one.
We are pretty close to the Underdark, right?
Yeah. But if there's more than this, but if a mind flayer shows up, that means we have a colony. If there's a colony, there's an elder brain. If there's an elder brain, then Boston is fucked.
So, what should we do?
Well, I should just get him the hell out of Dodge. That'd be my suggestion. For you guys, anyway, because all you guys are basically cannon fodder at this point.
Good to know.
Trust me, you can't even handle one mind flayer. They're worth 5 of you.
I'll be right back. My
That's
mom's.
fine. I'm not here to kill mind flayers.
No, but
I'll be right back.
Alright. No, but if they were later tonight, then you're completely then you're gonna have to deal with them at some point.
Ah. So how do we deal with that?
What I would say, is it only one? What you've seen?
Yes.
3 years ago?
Yes.
In that case, potentially, that means that there might be a colony at this point, and if not that, then a few mind flayers have popped up. Oh yes, those mind flayers love eating brains, as it were. I think they prefer the smarter ones. Though. So you should be fine, Sedol.
You tell me that you knew this now.
Well, I always knew what mind flayer was. You never asked.
You're right.
Then just kind of says, but anyway, yeah. Ugh, God. That would explain why there's so many Grey Dwarves at night, because no Grey Dwarf would shack up with bugbears unless they were being controlled or getting something out of it.
All right. Well, let's work on the bank. Oh. Also, Zaggy person.
Your boss, yeah.
Yeah. In the memories, he was, well, how do I put this?
He didn't get his brain in without your meeting, so I'm assuming you mean he got mind controlled?
Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yes, that's the word you're looking for.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Then just kind of seems to facepalm over his one good eye.
I'm back.
Welcome back. He kind of seems to just facepalm at that. It's never this easy, is it?
No.
Wonderful. Just fucking wonderful. As he starts speaking undercalming, as he seems to be cursing to himself, he's like, as you hear different dialects of different shit. Like you hear Elvish, you hear Dwarvish, you hear what appears to be what that squid was speaking as well a little bit, and just a flurry of whatever he's saying in undercommon.
I assume he's saying swear words.
Oh, swear words that would make your mother blush.
Ah. Yes. I remember my mother. I don't remember my mother.
Mo just seems to be the mock clapping for you.
It's okay, Sedol. I don't remember mine either. We are going.
Theron just kind of says, wonderful. Just wonderful. As if I didn't have enough to deal with. Ugh. Well then. We can always kill him, he says, thinking off the top of his head.
What if we kill the mind flare that is controlling his mind?
That'll work, but if any mind flayer related to that mind flayer gets within range of Zaggy again, they can turn the switch back on. It's open. Imagine like a locked safe with a code sequence. No, you have to know the code to get in. That's where Onyx comes in. It helps you get into their head. For mind flayers, they're a hive mind, meaning that when one person gets the code, everyone gets the code. So if he ever touched minds with another mind flayer, that mind flayer has the same code in Zagi's head that it did.
Okay, well, we'll get him for a few minutes then. At least until the next one rolls around.
We could just kill the son of a bitch and give him a fate less bad. That we could make sure that he doesn't get a fate worse than death.
Do we need any information off of Zagi?
He's your boss, so he has all the information about contacts and stuff in Boston.
Well, do you have any?
No, I don't work for you. No, rephrase. I don't work permanently for you people. I'm literally online.
So, from what I get is, the town is going to be overrun soon.
Potentially.
We're trying to get out of Dodge.
Or you guys are trying to stop it from happening in general.
And how do we do that?
Well, night seems to be the key to this, so we destroy night, we probably ruin their plans.
We should do that then.
Now you should just be finding them. It's not like any of us have a... Son of a bitch. Where's Alston?
Yes. He's with Zagi.
Alston's with Zagi.
Are you saying we should be going?
No, where is Alston?
I have no idea.
He looks at Odette. Where is Alston?
Library.
Oh, good. Please, for the love of God, he is using the locate. He's finding the locate object spell. Is he?
Yeah, that's what he was getting.
Okay, I'm not dealing with idiots as much. Okay, that's wonderful.
The only thing out of character is I forgot what we actually needed Odan for.
He's basically... He was about to say we need some... Basically, he doesn't know about the Odan part, but he's basically saying we need to find the Mind Flayer.
Oh, that too.
And he says the locate object spell will help with that. He's like, wait, what were you guys getting the locate object spell for?
We were gonna look for Odan.
You mean the insane maniac who almost skewered you last night, the night before last? Which,
as cliche as it sounds, he's also my brother, and I feel inclined to help him, as well as another thing that I forgot that I need him for.
Alright, you want to get yourself killed, that's up to you. But alright, that works. If we find him...
I'm not that weak. I think I can handle him.
Theron literally looks you up and down. Noted.
I get it. I know I'm a twig, but...
Considering that he could literally snap you into him... He could snap both of you into himself, so...
Nah.
I know what he can at least listen to me sometimes. He's listened to me before.
A natural 20. You know for a fact that Theron could snap you both in two with ease. Theron. Oh no, Dan would just literally blast you to pieces. He'd turn you into a pasty mess on the ground. But anyway, alright, you guys want to get yourself killed, that works for me, as long as I get rid of that Mind Flayer. Ugh. Wait, how are you gonna...
Like, what else did I say I wanted Odan for?
Out of character or in character?
Out of character.
Out of character, you wanted him to help you find your dad.
Oh, right, that, yeah.
So Theron just kind of looks at you guys and says, "All right, we're doing this smart. Which means we're not letting. First of all, if Zagi's compromised, we're not letting him know unless you guys want to kill the bastard right here and now."
Okay.
He doesn't know about your plan to try and fix Zagi, by the way.
Alright.
Also, that was another reason why you wanted Odan, because you wanted him to fix Zagi's head.
Oh, yeah.
But Theron doesn't know that.
That's right. That's right.
Theron just kind of just looks at you guys and says, "Alright, whatever you need Odan for, I guess we can use him as a pawn in all this. How about Zaggy, though?"
We're gonna try and fix him, I think, so...
Fix him with what? The only person that could fix him was the guy who broke his mind is the guy who messed with his head in the first place. And just the Mind Flayer messed with his head, right?
Well, no. Odan was also, unfortunately, there.
Oh, wonderful.
And just as he was... just as the Mind Flayer was finishing giving Zaggy orders, he told Odan to close up Zaggy's head, and the two psionic energies of them both clashed, I think, and it's what messed with him so bad.
Alright. Alright, Odan's the key to fixing all this. Awesome. I have to trust this son of a bitch again. Amazing.
Well, I mean, currently, is it right now Odette the key to fixing all this?
Do you want a foot in your gut? Because that's how you get one.
Well, I mean,
I'm just
not
trying
wrong.
to be nice.
Yeah, really. I appreciate it, Sirdal.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I give him a pat on his bicep. He's really tall, right?
He's 6 foot something, I want to say.
Yeah, I think I'm 6'3".
Yeah. And I'm
Nathaniel's still
my
tall.
height. I think
Nathaniel, stop being so goddamn
he's
tall.
6'5", man.
Odette's
he's
taller
tall.
than me.
Oh, wait, you were talking about Nathaniel?
Yeah,
Hold on a moment.
Nathaniel's 6 foot.
Yep, man's is 6'3".
Oh my God, Nathaniel's taller than this boy.
This big ass alligator. Okay, but I think that Sirdal has more muscle mass than Nathaniel still.
Oh yeah. Nathaniel's dexterous. He's lean. He's not built.
Yeah. Sirdal hella buff with his dolls. It's just
All right.
So can you work with us even though it's gonna be hard with my brother?
Fine. If I get signs the son of a bitch is gonna betray me, I will split him in two. I'm just letting you know that right now.
Believe me, you're not the only one he's gonna have to deal with if he turns on us. She's got a fiery look.
Alright, I guess we wait for Austin then. So we're not breathing the word. If anything you find to Zaggy, considering the fact that they probably already know about the bank job, that'll be annoying as it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, my family cannot help but be interested in you and your life, Odette.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. They express similarities.
How similar?
That's a good question. Hold on a moment. He fishes through his bags for one of the dolls and pulls out the two lizard females. Well, for starters, we both hate at least one of our parents.
That's true.
Tell me a bit about yourself.
Well, I was raised learning magic. magic. And learning about my father's adventuring with alongside my mother.
For this moment.
Wait,
Wait, hold on.
Yeah?
Why don't you play? Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot my mic is. Already.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, go on.
I wasn't unfamiliar with my father being distant before he left. We had good moments, and I still hope to have good moments with him, but we did grow a little bit distant when I got older, for him to earn the keep and me to keep on studying magic.
I
And
wish I knew my father a little bit more than, well, 2 years. I met you more than 2 years.
this is your daughter?
Yes. Meet my daughter. Yes, let me introduce myself. I am Sumarik. Or Sir Marik, excuse me.
And what does that mean?
It means Crazy River.
It's an interesting name.
Well, I was told I had to get a little bit from both of my parents. So I got the crazy from my father and the river from my mother.
That's nice. And we all got odd from my mother, I suppose.
Seems naming conventions aren't a bit that far off.
Yeah.
How do you intend to solve your family's issues?
I don't know yet. First, have to figure out how to break the curse or pact with my back, and finding my father will be the key to that, and obviously that means I have to find my brother first, so it's all just a big old goose chase, I suppose.
I wonder what happens if my dad and I met. Probably nothing. I would just brush you by. Oh, come on. You know that's not true. No, pretty true. Well, because he doesn't want to tell. He killed his wife for powers from an otherworldly being. And, of course, the otherworldly being decided, oh, let me just put all these personalities of the people whom I ruined in his brain. Or his mind.
I look at Sir Doll as he's like saying that through the doll. Or like Sir Marik.
Hence the talking.
I like. She doesn't know how to feel, but like, she also kind of feels bad that that he has to be haunted like that. Like, it's obviously awful what he did, but like, we've all done bad shit.
Isn't that, after all, why we're all in... Isn't that, after all, why we're all in Onyx? Damn, that is a horrible Mojo accent, but go on.
Oh yeah, that was just your thought process, yeah. I forgot what else I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to walk around like this forever?
Until I decide not to. Let him have this wonderful gift and ability. Or I find another non-magic house. I've got bad news for you there, buddy.
You could always just find a nice place in a dead magic zone to live.
Like where?
Not sure about that.
Is Theron here? He's in here. He's just chilling. Chilling like a villain, Theron.
And has
Well, he is a
has
villain.
Alston approached us?
Has it been 2 hours in character?
What?
Would this conversation have taken 2 hours in character?
For a general sense, yeah, sure.
What?
I'm just going until Alston comes back.
Alston's... Perry, you there?
Yeah, he's just muted.
Yeah.
Si, senor.
Oh shit, he's back!
You're making your way back, and you notice Theron is just sitting outside as he's just thinking, and you notice that Sidol and Odette are just standing talking to each other the entire time, and Theron looks ready just to punch something.
Can I say Alston came back with alongside his the locate spell, the locate object spell in the spell book, and can it also be said that he came back with just a couple of overview books on the Cthulhu and the mythos.
Yeah. So you know a lot about Cthulhu now, and you know of a strange race of beings that apparently live in the Underdark called Mind Flayers that love to eat brains. More knowledge will be revealed as you get to experience Mind Flayers more.
Alston, as soon as he is able to come within eyesight of Theron and the others, he just sort of stops and just kind of, oh boy, can't make it out of Dodgeness still. Okay, and he walks on over to the group.
All right.
He'll say aloud to Theron particularly. So, let's not play Punt the Gnome today, please.
No promises.
Oh, come on.
Alston is not a very puntable individual. He's more like a back-breaking individual.
You're right. Where's Ugas?
The guy sawed it off and did something. I don't know.
All right. Next time I see him, I'm gonna drop kick him across Boston.
Why is that?
Ugas is a lot more puntable, yes.
Yay!
Oh, that's just saying "yay" in the background.
Also, real quick, I got the locate object spell, so we can get Odan and help with getting Zageek back in our control, or back in our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And also, I read up on Cthulhu. First off, be careful around the library. There's some gnome-eating books that like to fly around in the Cthulhu section. That was fun to deal with.
Change that to humanoid eating books.
Humanoid eating books.
Won't try to take a bite out of me before I roasted it with acid.
Books that eat people.
Well, there are mimics.
And also if they were mimics, they would have just outright attacked me. These just flapped up in the air and started flying around and screeching some sort of weird language.
Oh, yeah, that's deep speech. Have fun with that.
And also, he holds up the book of the book of Mind Flayer he could find. He could find. It's also, I took a flip through this.
Mm-hmm.
Half of it's written in a language I can't understand, but from the little slip of okay, but there was a little slip of paper in the front that told me about a little bit about Mind Flayers, and they're from the Underdark, and they love to eat brains.
Yeah, I killed a lot of them.
Okay.
Hey, at least I won't be the only one who knows about who's smart about Mind Flayers. He says as he looks at the book. Oh, it's written in Undercommon, that's why you can't read it.
Well, thank you to whoever put it together for me, so... I got a couple of suggestions.
Let's hear 'em.
First off, the current situation is not applicable for the heist, so we need to call it off.
Oh, you think?
But hear me out. First off, whatever is at the top of this whole situation, we need to take out, and all of his lackeys, and all the people under him, and under their lackeys, and destabilize this whole area.
Word of warning, might be a colony of mind flayers. Hope you're ready for that.
All of a sudden, look of panic comes back to him from earlier.
Theron just seems to be laughing. Theron just seems to just so don't actually shake Olsen and say get a hold of yourself before smacking the shit out of him.
Oh, that's what that was. I thought that someone was screaming bloody murder.
No. So is that what Shadol does?
Yeah, with one of the dolls. I'll use the Lupin one on that one.
Olsen, you just see what you think is Shadol taking a Lupin version of you, just for reference, and shakes it and says, "Get a hold of it! Get a hold of yourself," before smacking it as hard as he can. And you can feel the pain that would have hit your face if he would have smacked you based off the slap.
Oof.
Okay, Voodoo, calm down. Voodoo Master, jeez, you don't have to do that to me again, alright?
And then just watches.
He just really likes pep talks, I'm sorry.
Calm down, Dr. Facilier.
And just watches.
But anywho.
And just thinks to himself, "We're doomed.
We're doomed."
But here's the thing. Aside from my panicky thoughts of getting the hell out of Dodge,
should have listened to.
Yeah, well, kind of the local countries around here aren't too either A, too friendly to me, B, irradiated, or C, are young upstarts that are willing to kick out anyone who is one of them.
Alright.
So, unless Dyros doesn't have, make sure it doesn't have a bloody, extradition treaty with anyone, I should be fine. Anywho, getting back to my destabilization idea. Basically, our next move should be decapitating whomever's wanting to control Boston.
Alright, then we can get to him by getting to Odan.
But also, basically turn this whole bloody, wiping the slate clean with the city.
What do you mean,
we need to. I'm not sure how far this bloody thing's reaches, this Mind Flayer's reaches.
Well, he's got control over the Great Dwarves, he's got control over Zaggy. I can't think of anyone else. No one else is acting that weird.
That's the thing, we don't know. So
you're saying you want to nuke the city? Or
No.
Destroy the whole city?
No.
Theron just looks over at Shadol when he says that, as if he's insane. It's like,
it's an option.
Keep in mind.
Where was there a Gyros reference? I was.
Keep in mind, I'm a member of the Order of Magic. That obligates me to say that if you do anything that threatens enough of a civilian population, I have the right to murder each and every one of you, should the need arise.
Olsen puts his hands up. Hey, I'm only saying target specific individuals.
Okay.
Where was the Gyros reference?
Olsen's thinking about fleeing the country.
Alright.
So we take out this Mind Flayer, we take out its apparent colony, and make sure whatever it has control over is also either displaced or, at the most extreme, outright killed. And with the city destabilized slightly, with the city destabilized, we'll be able to not only perform the bank heist, but also several other heists and basically reap the whole situation to our ends.
Sounds good to me then. You guys are actually sounding like crime lords for a second. I'm shocked.
Olsen just doesn't say anything. Hey, this is what I do in my spare time. I got a notebook somewhere. I got a notebook somewhere of how I can become the kingpin of most of Phlokia.
Okay, Mr. Ambitious. Let's tone it down a bit.
Well, it's either that or somehow become the kingpin of the west. So,
Thune just kind of like looks away, like yeah, definitely is. All right, so we're in agreement then. Find Odan, kill the motherfucker. Kill the motherfucker he works for. Possibly kill that motherfucker if need be. And Onyx have fun doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Cause after night's done, I'm getting the fuck out of this town and I'm going back home.
Can I go somewhere?
You work for them, so up to you. So up to them.
Do they have travel benefits?
Yeah, you're not working for the Order of Magic, I can tell you that much right now. We already have an insane loop, but I'm not taking an insane lizard folk.
I'm talking about Onyx.
He looks over at Odette and Olsen in that regard.
Y'all have travel benefits?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
Last time I checked my subscription, I should have a free ticket over to the next time they hold a mage convention somewhere.
I'm not the hugest fan of mage conventions, but I'm tired of this town. When we are done, I leave. We will leave.
I'm sticking around. I gotta build a fucking casino down here.
Hmm.
Maybe start a whole chain of casinos, I don't know.
Alright, sounds good to me. I'm gonna go get me a drink. You guys get this goddamn spell ready.
Alrighty. Let's go.
And with that, you guys start to prepare to. You guys get ready to cast the locate object spell as a ritual, which will start the chain of events that will lead to possibly the fall of Night and the salvation of Boston. And that, my dear listeners, is where we're going to leave off this episode of Adventures of Onyx. I hope you have enjoyed, and we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye for now.